So while I am toiling both with my own assignments and my self-imposed assignments, let's blow off some steam by doing some dramatic D&D backstory material. How does that sound? Does that sound great?
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Sure, I'm excited to relive some traumas.
I'm glad we all agree that the term for relaxation is to go through your horrible background.
So before we
Go
delve
to your
into
dark place.
so before we delve into today's plot twist of everyone's beholders in disguise, let's take a moment to just talk about who we have here today. We've got two people who I have not heard since coming in here, Foylan and Aqua. Foylan is playing Grimthod, the half-orc barbarian, and Aqua is playing Lupus, the high elf fighter, assassin, rogue. Next up we have... Oh my god. Sorry, my brain is dying. I'm experiencing the Windows blue screen of death. We have Sox playing Trust, the tiefling cleric. We have Jin playing Fan, the human fighter. Kiki playing... Nope, Silver playing Kiki, the high elf warlock. As I said, not in the best mindset right now for clarity. And Jack, who is playing Ashfall, the human druid. I'm consistently.
Hey there, bud.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
Hi, Jess. So what did you miss last time? Well, that's what I would want to know. Give me a second while I remember.
Well, we had a nice dinner. We did a shopping. Like, we went to the black market. Persephone got new armor. We sold a bunch of stuff, and now we have gold. Roll20 is doing a weird thing where people's cameras will like repeat their movement for a little bit before stabilizing, which is really scary, by the way. But
Van
Kiki did some stuff.
Van realized in the black market that he's accidentally moved up a tax bracket.
Oh yeah, that happened. I also found out that my sister is part of the triad, you know, the one that has been trying to kill us. That was kind of cool. And then I went off to meet my family. And also my armor class is higher than Grimthod's now, which I'm very happy about.
That is the best part of the entire session, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I got +2 armor and I have the... what's it called?
Is that the one commissioned by the smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be arriving to you in a while.
That niece.
And I got Cloak of Protection.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
So, with the major points out of the way, as you also found out that Mordecai's plate armor and/or belt were cursed, leaving them with Varvik to identify. You wanted to do something today. What would that be? Okay, cool. So, Kiki.
I remember what I want to do, but what does Kiki do? Because we need to know what Kiki does.
What I recall, you wanted, you wished to go towards the town of Drewford to try to find out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm
wanted,
going
but
towards
Kiki was doing
Regalia.
other stuff. Yeah.
So I'm going the opposite way.
Splitting the party. So.
Well, Kiki left like before. Kiki's like 2
Yeah.
days
Yes,
into her
yes.
family shit.
Yeah, I'm like over here, and then they found out they need to go over there.
Yeah, we're doing like this. We're doing a triangle thing, if I recall. We're going from here to Drewford to taking care of whatever's over here, and then going back.
Yes, the Drewford Triangle.
Yes.
You know
All the
what?
weird shit happens in the fields. You don't want to go in there at night.
I walked
you
into that one,
Yeah.
taking full responsibility for that. You. Fine, Kiki, you are heading into the greatest of places, your home, or at least you're heading towards the academy. Where are you going? Please tell me.
accidentally muted myself. Oops. I will be hitting my home first. Because I got some people to talk to.
Sure. You're heading towards your home. Right. Since that would be during the downtime that everyone else was training, doing their training montage, you won't have too much trouble with time, period-wise. So, in due time, after following the road, you will arrive at your family estate. Now, the important part about your family, right, is that they are part of proper nobility here in Magiana. In specific, they have their estate close to Verdalia Academy. Now, Verdalia itself technically was once a town, you would recall it from your younger years, that grew exponentially once a human wizard decided to fund a school of the arcane arts for students who could not or wanted to manipulate the magical gifts that they had since a childlike age. Basically, Hogwarts, if you're listening to this, I am not stealing shit, I swear. In practice,
liberated it.
Verdalia is a college of magic for children who wish to learn how to use magic, or for sorcerers who exhibit magic and have no control over them, over the magic that they can cast. Sorry, I'm just dying. You make your way over to the family estate, and it is relatively unchanged from how you recall it. Hold up. Okay, there we go. It is relatively unchanged from how you recall it from before you left, to the point that you question if any change has happened at all. The building is perfectly pristine. There is not even a single sign of age upon it. You can see the workers that are taking care of the garden. Some people inside the house are already moving about. And as you are approaching the front entry point, the front gate, you find yourself barred by a pair of human guardsmen. The guardsmen in question wear not practical, more fancy-looking armor. It serves for view, not for practical reasons.
Oh, you're new.
Morning? Hello? Who are you?
Well, it has been a while since I've been here, but I live here.
The two guardsmen look at each other. We've never seen you here.
Well, of course you haven't, you're human.
You see one of the guardsmen look at you with confusion, and the other one just roll his eyes.
My name is Kailani. Kailani Farron, to be exact.
Give us a moment. You see one of the guardsmen is entering now into the estate, while the other one is keeping you here. Doesn't take too long before he returns, and the doors open, letting you inside the manor. Now, the manor itself, as you're entering in, you see servants are moving about, holding either equipment that people use to maintain the gardens outside, or you see them holding flyers and pieces of paper that they're transporting from what you can assume probably is the library to your father's working area. Where are you going?
So before she left, I mean, well, she sent a letter to her brother specifically. So she's gonna try to find her older brother first, or well, to her younger, but for the two of them, the older one.
Very well. Can you roll me a percentile dice, if you can?
Sure. 21.
Looking around, asking some of the servants, they would notify you that the elder sibling is currently not in the house. He's out for a business venture.
I'm gonna try to find the younger one then.
Alright, roll me another percentile die.
59.
The younger or the youngest?
There's Galen.
I know, I'm just messing with you. Yes. Looking around, you would be notified that they are home. Currently, they're with they are with family. That is a polite way of saying that there is a meeting happening in the house.
Could you perhaps tell them that I'm here?
Sure. One of the staff members nods and they begin to walk away. And as you do, you sit down, awaiting them on one of the many couches that have been sporadically placed around the estate. It's more for visitors to lay down and wonder as you are faced with what appears to be an extravagant painting of Elvish making, depicting the Verdalia Academy during its earliest construction. One of your father's most favorite pieces of artwork, because it depicts a large amount of money that he spent in the founding of this entire building.
Pretentious prick.
That's very fair. Now, you're waiting there, and you think this won't take too much time. 5 minutes pass and you're still found waiting. How long are you willing to wait? That's my question now.
Well, after like 10 minutes or so, she will try to find the servants she asked to inform them.
Yeah. You watch they are standing outside of a corridor before a closed door. And the moment you're approaching, she says, I'm sorry, they will be with you shortly.
I know that important people or whatever. Also, quick note: she is using what's it called? Sorry, my minor illusion to make it seem like she's talking.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I know it seems to you that they're very important people. I don't mean to make this rude. How long does it usually take with their dealings?
If you have an hour, they should be finished. They have been discussing with one another since morning, so they should be done in an hour.
I suppose it's fine then. Thank you. Do I know this servant?
No, this is a human woman around the 30 years of age. You don't recall her. She's probably just a new hire. You have seen a couple of old elves that have been working here in the house. You could go discuss with them. And by old, I mean relatively... There is no real sign of age to elves when they are in between their 1st century and their 5th.
I'm just gonna wait. patiently.
Yeah, that's fair. And you don't have to wait too long, as about 40 minutes afterwards, exiting the room is what appears to be a dwarf man with very lavish clothing, very heavy-looking clothing for heavy winter clothing. Has a pair of pearls like earrings on the side of his ears, and he's exiting out with a smile on his face. As from behind him, you see your father follows suit. And the moment that he exits, suddenly his expression is just as you remember it: stoic, plain, and relatively cold to the point that you're questioning whether you have insulted him or not. And as he is walking out of the room, he turns to you and, much but similar to how often your father expressed joy, you can see his eyebrows raise.
Hi.
From inside the room, you hear a voice come out. Now, unfortunately, sorry, I'm having some trouble finding the information I had over on Roll20 regarding your family. Could you mind sending that to me again, please?
You mean like the pictures or?
No, the PDF. The Word document.
Oh, that one. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I have it open. Just need to make sure.
Because I had my own notes and I remember what I had written down, but I can't find them in Roll20 right now because
That's fine.
I did not have a lot of time to prepare for this part. In all honesty, I've been very fucking busy.
To like name and stuff, it's like at the front.
Yep, there it is. You were looking for Galen?
Yes.
Right. Sorry. Shit. I'm dying. You do hear the voice familiar coming out from the side of the room as exiting, wearing a similar attire to that of your father's. A few now would be like years older, but well, I will be honest, visually no real apparent change. You see Galen exiting with a short, a very formal, glistening haircut, holding a few papers in his hands. Father, we're gonna... Hello, sister. You see Galen is confused.
Hello. I first have to ask you, did you get my letters?
Your father responds. He nods. He doesn't speak. Sorry.
Something's up, but she can't really piece it together. It's already weird.
How come you have visited, daughter?
Well, I was on my way to Magiana, and I thought, why not come here as well?
Good. Your room remains the same, as you will probably find out has been kept tidy. If you wish to spend the night.
I'll think about it. Galen, could we speak in private for a moment?
Of course. Father? Galen is busy.
And so seems to be Aego because he's a tier.
Well... There has been many important decisions that had to be made today. And I require Galen's presence. We will talk over dinner.
Is that an invitation?
You're always welcome. This is your home as much as it is mine and your siblings.
Can I insert that?
Sure. Go for it.
That's a 16.
Your father is very cold. Most often he's cold. There is hints of mild emotion to the best of your ability that you can tell that he's expressing. You don't really know what. It's always been difficult to really pin down what your father really is feeling at any one time, because he emotes as much as like a wall that has been freshly painted. Eventually you will see little driplets of paint dropping down, but for the most part, there is no real change.
You haven't changed in all this time. Well, I do have some news to go over at dinner as always, but to settle you in a little bit, I did speak with Kayani as well.
Good. Then we will talk later. It is good to have you back home. Have you talked with Mother?
No, I haven't seen her yet.
Galen. And Galen nods as both of them begin to walk off after the dwarf.
She turns to one of the human servant, or like one of the whoever servant is close, and just says, "I see he hasn't changed one bit. How lovely."
The servant. Are you talking to the same servant like you have that brought you to that you were telling to bring you Galen, or are you looking for like?
I mean, if they're still there, then
yeah. Of course, I don't believe.
He's a pretentious prick who doesn't have enough. What I'm saying.
I would not talk about Master Vamir like that. That would be.
No, please, you don't have to pretend in front of me.
Still, that would be very inappropriate. Can I get you anything else? I suppose you are a member of the house, so if there's anything you require, you can please. It would be my and any servant's honor to bring it to you.
Oh, I don't. Do you happen to know where my mother, Saria, is?
Of course. She should be on the back garden.
Thank you, and she will head there.
Pivoting around the house, through the hallways, you arrive to the back garden of the building. A marble fountain is placed in the middle of what appears to be sprawling bushes resembling different little animals. Pigeons, elks. You can even see the rather gentle form of your family's original patron, your great-grandfather, being immortalized in shrubbery. In the middle of the garden, assisting her is a servant that you do recall. Someone who has been working in the house ever since you were young. One of the oldest elves to have been working in the staff and head of the staff is assisting your mother with what appears to be knitting.
Did you say knitting?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not really good with coming back, so hello.
You see your mother turn to you. She has aged a little bit physically. By that I mean she has like a wrinkle, a single visible wrinkle. She turns to you with a grace that you have sort of forgotten about. Kiliani? Is that you? Please approach.
I already saw that briefly. He hasn't changed in the 100 years I've been gone. Not surprising.
But look at you! Have you grown taller?
No, it's just the heels, unfortunately.
And what beautiful clothing! I haven't seen you in so long.
How are you doing?
She hands the servant the knitted clothing that you can see it's a scarf, and she stands up from her chair. You watch her standing up with a little bit of difficulty. I have been good in the past few years. It's been a difficult decade, so to speak. But I'm fine.
How are things really? I saw that our bank records had changed from our father's dealings to Aego's, and he's not here right now.
You know Vamiri, when he has a little... Well, he puts the job above everything else. And lately he has been trying to get your brothers into working.
Of course he has.
Well, if between you and me, I think he has been taking it difficult. The past few decades of you missing way heavily on him.
Oh,
What brings you home? Have you come to rest? Have you come to see me?
that as well. I made my way back to Magiana because we are heading. There's fucking motorcycles. That's
Yeah, I know.
Those goddamn kids smelling here. No. No, I was heading with the group to the tournament, and we wanted to stop by at Magiana to
What would
collect
possess
ourselves
you?
and.
What would possess you to go into such dangerous place?
Well, a lot has happened. I met with people who taught me so many things I never even understood before. I even taught someone who didn't understand the common language how to speak.
That sounds like a strange encounter to have left such a permanent memory. People who are illiterate are not hard to find. What a...
No, but he's a strange fellow. Sadly, he's not with me. But I've
Whoever it
taken a
is,
liking to him.
I would... Do you... Is that fellow your friend?
Yes, I would say more. First, it sounded out that more he was just my student, but then I could call him my friend.
If your friend is feeling awkward, you can always bring them here. The house is open.
I would like you to see the people I have started traveling with. They're a lovely bunch.
Oh, that sounds very lovely.
Party cake. I love you guys so much.
I would love to meet the many friends that my daughter has made in her journey. If I recall correctly, you didn't have a lot of friends back at the academy when you were working with the staff.
Well, you're not wrong.
And you said you were teaching them.
It certainly started out that way. You know, when you meet others who who won't live as long as you do, you sometimes don't want to get too connected with them.
Oh.
But I found out that that's not what I want to do anymore. I do want to spend time with them and get to know them.
I am so happy that you have found people you care for. I know Vamir can be a bit harsh and cold, but I am so happy that this journey you took was so fruitful for you. You look so grown up.
There are just some things that I had to do that I'm not very proud of. That I can't really talk about, but I've also done a lot of good things, I feel.
I don't know I don't know what you refer to that, but I don't think you could do something bad that you couldn't talk about. Especially not something that you couldn't solve.
I think it has been solved, but I would also like you to meet someone. And Kiki's going to summon River.
Little raven appears. Your mother's expression goes from joyful to surprised as the bird materializes out of existence. What a beautiful little pet. Hello. And she can taps River on the beak. You see her. She is very happy that she sees this raven bird. Where did you find him?
Well, I think he found me. His name is River. River,
She looks up.
this is my mom. And Kiki gives the look of, don't you dare to do anything stupid to River.
River looks back at you and looks back at your mother. Looks back at you.
He very much loves creatures.
Looks to the side and pulls out a knife. holding the little knife you gave him. Oh. Are you sure?
River, put the knife down in front of my mother.
River puts the knife down.
Just gently on the back of his neck.
She begins to pet him, and she looks up at you. There's a bit of concern. So this is a river.
Well, you know, I never was good with naming things.
Are you alright?
Yes, actually. I also met with Kayani.
How is she? I haven't heard of her for so long.
Well, she also found some people that she really connected with, and
That
she
is
seems to
very
be doing.
Oh, she was very troubled when she left.
Let's just skip over the part where the people she connected with also killed us and tried to kill us, and we also murdered a bunch of them. You know that good stuff.
Don't need to. That doesn't need to be talked about.
And then, you know, she's part of a cult, that stuff too, you know. Well, not really, but actually, yeah. But she seems to be doing fine. She didn't want to come here because of father.
Is she still mad at him? I thought that after a few centuries... Give it time.
How do you deal with him every single day?
He's very lovely. He just has his own way of showing it. He cares. He cares for you as much as he cares for me, and he cares a lot. He's just... He's his father's father, in a sense. He's much like him, and well, he has his own way of thinking. You know him.
I wish I could see him the way you do, but I can't.
While I will be honest, Kayani, I don't agree with your decision to go to such a dangerous place. It sounds a little bit rushed. Have you? How many years have you been thinking about going there?
She stopped for a moment because in game it has been like 3 months. Yup. Well, that's Well, originally I didn't want to go. I didn't actually pay mind to it at all. For the longest time, I actually thought it was. I didn't see the point, but well, the people I have been traveling with, specifically one wonderful half-orc.
Half-orc?
He was very determined to, well, call the tournament for what seems like very primitive reasons to prove himself. And I thought, you know, I want to see him accomplish his goals. I've also been teaching him how to read and write as we go along, and he's been keeping me safe. And wonderful, simple way of thinking has been very eye-opening experience, if I'm being honest.
You see, your mother seems conflicted. I didn't expect to see you, and you would be bringing me such news. You're planning on going there even if Vamir disapproves, I'm assuming?
Well, I don't think his opinions have held on to me for a long time now.
You're past or rather, the Elven rebellion phase, so if you have chosen to do this, I hope that you're certain.
I'm not quite sure what I want to do as of right now, but I'm doing quite well for myself. Maybe when all this is over, I will come back to teaching, or I will do something completely different. Well, she says that she's thinking about the cult that she still has to deal with later, or creating a one. Technically not a cult, but like every religion is a bit of cult, so you know.
It is good to have goals, but will you be visiting more often then?
Perhaps.
You should stay for dinner. However, have you talked with Galen?
I tried, and Father said that, oh no, he has duties. Oh, I can't talk with him.
You see your mother's expression shift into that of anger a little bit as she holds a little bit tighter into her dress. Oh God, I'm gonna have a talk with your father.
You don't need to.
No, I do. Give me a few minutes. Stay here. I'll bring Galen. She walks into the building, and you can hear a little bit of a strength in her step.
So I look her walking away, and I'm like, that went surprisingly well. Maybe I should inform what's going on. I'm going to send a message to Persephone.
Hey, that's me.
So Persephone, at this point, you are like doing push-ups. Grumtod is counting next to you, going 12. 12. Come on, a little bit more higher.
He's just stuck on 12.
13.
Oh no.
You can do this. You can finish the 20 set.
Oh God.
7.
What am I seeing?
Push-ups.
You're on your montage time at this point. So, as the message is sent, what do you say to Persephone?
Meeting my family is going, but it would be nice for you all to come visit if you so desire.
Oh God. Okay. Just Persephone's like breathing heavily, and like that comes through this ending, like training.
To give you an example, you have been. I said 12. This is the 5th set you have done today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Training with Grimthorn. Chest. Pains. Arms. Weak. Nice for you. make it. Need to find Cory Shrine. Probably gonna die. Come back soon, please.
The message
Done.
returns, and if you weren't certain that that Persephone was in the safety of your friends, you are pretty sure that you would be probably in a battle by the tone.
Oh no.
Good lord. You do this every day.
It's the best part of my day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Persephone's gone from like pale, sickly gray to like a purpley color. Just from sweat. Good lord.
Do
This is
things
hell.
change like that? Are they like a chameleon?
No, I'm just very sweaty.
Chameleon, of course.
So tieflings are like when you put rock inside, like in water, or like when it's wet, they will change in color a little bit.
Yeah.
Back
Exactly.
in your home, Kiki, Galen does arrive in the garden. He seems a lot happier. As before you even have had a chance to say anything, there's an immediate hug.
I'm sorry I've been gone so long.
Wait. 1 more second.
Hmm?
Pat. And he lets go of you.
I am sorry I left you on the mercy of our father.
Right, I would punch you, but that would be very inappropriate. Where have you been?
Well,
Oh, sorry, let me just... Where have you been? In a horrible accent similar to your father's.
well, I've been doing a lot of traveling, and I don't think finding myself is the right word, but finding a lot of things around me.
Well, while you have been gone, me and Ago have been working our asses off every day for the past few decades.
I know, and I'm sorry for that. You see, originally, me and Kayani were supposed to be running the house.
I know.
But after Kayani
I know,
left,
Vamir.
and
He
I left.
is reminding us every day of that.
Oh. He's so disturbed the camera turns off. Oh no.
Oh Jesus! Everyone on my end also froze. Holy shit.
Well, I guess this is fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that. I truly am sorry for that.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be sorry. Where were you?
It's a very long story, but actually there is no but. I don't plan on staying here for very long.
Oh, you are leaving again?
Well, yes, but I do have to ask you: did you get the letter that I sent you?
Yes, I did.
And did you get the names that I also asked of you?
He folds his arms. Okay, yes, but I have to ask, what is going on?
It's like I said, it's a very long story, but it's something that has started long before I even left.
Okay. How
It's
long
better
would it...
if you don't know about it.
Who? What?
Oh boy. Kiki get a montage to explain everything to her brother.
No, she's not going to explain that she made a deal with an ancient being and she can't actually speak and she's starting a cult.
That's
Not
fair.
yet.
Sister?
Yes.
He looks up like... Wow!
He's taller than me, though.
Yes. No, he's not looking up at you. He's looking up into the sky.
Oh, right.
In exasperation, like... You come... After so long, and all you have to say is just, hi? And then you...
I'm not good with reunions, you know that.
Well... I am not good with being abandoned.
You were so young when I left, and I am sorry for that.
Was it the same?
The truth is,
It was the same like
I
Kayani
only
all over again.
Jen?
No.
Jen?
Yep.
Kiki and Kayani were
the same person.
100 years old.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
no.
yeah.
They're not. Kiki's real name is Kailani.
Looks I know.
But when his or her brother was born like a lot later.
No, I remember that. I know what you're referring to. He was not born. He was born after she left.
Oh, it's like when they keep talking about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't even know her.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I know that, and that wasn't my intention originally. Actually, I did want to stay, just so you two wouldn't have to deal with, well, this. Because I didn't want to deal with it, and neither did she.
Okay, all right. Can I just ask you something? And can you be honest with it?
All right.
Ah. Is this about the money? Are you here to pay what you've been taking out? To talk with Vamir about that?
Taking out. I only took a little.
yeah.
I had a little bit of my own savings before I left, and I haven't taken any money
What?
out.
Oh. Well, that can't be right. We've had some account withdrawals in the past. That's why Vamir closed the account, because there were consistent takeouts. Sister, you have come home and I am very confused, first of all, because I haven't seen you in forever, and the first thing that I am seeing is that you don't even know why you're here.
Oh no, I do know why I'm here. But it's not about the money. It has never been about the money for me. Like you know, Kayani is alive. And
I'm sorry,
well,
what?
I said I spoke with Kayani earlier.
You told it to your mother. He didn't hear that.
No. She said that when
Oh no.
like
Yeah, no.
I guess
right.
it just went whoop.
Yeah, it went over my head. Sorry.
It's fine.
And she's alive? Where is she?
I
You spoke Wait. Where is she?
Well, I don't exactly know where she is at the moment.
Great! Where did you see her?
Why are you asking?
Because if she could have come by to talk to me. She I haven't met half of my siblings. And I don't say met as in talk to them. As in know them.
I know, and I'm sorry for that. But is their mother still there?
You can see she's at the doorway. She's just watching a little bit distant.
Okay. Kiki stops the minor illusion and says, "There are so many things that I've kept secret from all of you, and I need them to stay that way. But whatever is going on with Kayani, that's her choice, and I had nothing to do with any of that."
Make a persuasion check.
I don't know what I'm persuading on, but sure. 18.
You see Galen kind of like turn his head a bit and look up at you. Did you do that? Wait, you want to keep that a secret? From who?
Actually, this is the only way I can talk.
You haven't answered my question.
Well, and she returns back to the minor illusion. A lot of things changed in the past 100 years. Some things started long before that. And it's not really something I openly discuss with anyone.
And you would like to discuss that with me because you trust me?
You have a lot of questions, and I think you deserve some answers.
Yes, I think so too.
But I would also like to speak about this with Iago.
He should
We
be
know
home.
when
He
he's-
should be home by nightfall.
That's perfect then. And once I am done with telling you all of this, I would like the list of names that I asked you.
We'll see about that.
There might be some other things I might need to request. But I'm also trying to be a little bit more open about
We
this.
will see about
It's
that.
weird.
You left and you come back here with requests? After all the trouble you have put me through?
I want to connect with you now.
We will see. But so far you have made a horrible first impression.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't believe this. He looks up and realizes that your mother has been listening to this. straightens his
It's
back.
alright. You can be angry with me.
He walks out of the garden, returning to the house.
Yeah, no, Jess, you're right. He has every right to be angry with Kiki.
He does, but it's still like, damn, kid. Get some therapy for that trauma.
It's like dial it back a notch.
It ain't trauma, it's having a lot of responsibility thrown at your face at a very early age.
So
That's trauma!
yeah, but also he had to live in,
What?
Kiki and her sister's shadow for his entire life, and he didn't even met the other one.
Yeah.
That's
this,
trauma!
this
Getting inferiority complex.
Yep.
this kid has a lot of baggage.
I appear to have missed some shit.
Hi,
Oh,
Fallen.
Kiki went home. You're making me do 5 sets of 25.
And you also don't know how to count to 25.
Yeah, no, it's just like, alright, keep going. It's like, I'm pretty sure I've done 25. No, keep going.
Ash falls in the
Correct.
background like, that's 30.
Keeping track.
It's like all those workout videos with their bullshit countdown. It
Oh,
never
yeah.
seems to work out right.
Or worse still, it's like, okay, rep of 25. You actually get 25. You're like, okay. It's like, again. It's like, how many reps? I didn't say how many. Oh no.
Oh no.
So, you are staying at your folks' home until dinner, and the time passes relatively smoothly. You discuss with your mother. She's asking a lot of questions about like, where have you been? What have you been doing? But primarily, she's asking questions also about how Verdalia work is going. How is your work as a professor going? Have you abandoned that? Because you left, and yeah.
Well, I'm a bit bad about teaching, but
Great.
let's not discuss about that.
Kiki moved into the private sector.
I can't talk about that. Very important.
Non-disclosure agreements have been signed.
Keeping tabs on the artifacts and that shit. Yep.
The private sector, where you don't get paid for your work.
And you're actually not there at all.
Time progresses. So dinner.
It's the arbitration clause that gets you.
Oh.
Yep.
Dinner does come at a time, and now it is important to mention here that your family is one of elegance, but above all else, tradition and very heavy just decadence. The table itself is decorated with all manners of beautiful looking food that you're pretty aware half of it is gonna be eaten by the end of the night, if a quarter. A lot of the servants actually are on the table. So some of the more appreciated servants in the house usually tend to also eat with the family. And it is usually a big dinner for most of the time. The only times where the servants are usually and the workers of the house usually do not participate in usually like having a lunch or dinner with the family, it will be during business negotiations or when the family wishes to be left alone as a request. So
She, since her room is still there, she will change to a little bit more formal clothing.
Yeah. And as you're looking over at your old clothing, surprisingly, it still fits you. After everything that you have gone through, you look over to the mirror, and the visage that you do see is the same one as the one that you looked at the day before you left home. Despite everything that you have gone through your journey so far, on the outside, you still look like yourself.
At the end of the day, it's still you.
Oh, great.
She goes, "Oh, that's a news. God, I haven't noticed that one before. Oh no."
The dinner is relatively rowdy. Most of the people that are like also eating outside of your family are making a little noise with cutlery, but for the most part, they are enjoying themselves. Now your own family, they don't really eat so much as talk. Your father is talking with Galen on why your older brother is late to dinner. And as time progresses through, like about 10 to 15 minutes, the doors open to reveal the form of a high elven, strapping young man. He enters into the room with a bit of a kick to his step as he apologizes in Elvish profusely, like, I'm so sorry, father. I did not mean to be so late. He grabs a chair and sits down. His hair is a little bit unkept. His tie is loosely hanging from his neck. Your father does not seem surprised or angry or happy. The pure face of neutrality.
Aego, it's nice to see you again.
Now he notices you are there. You realize that now it's the time when he notices that you are on the table and he looks surprised. Sister. Oh. Hello? I did not expect we be seeing you here so soon.
Well, you did get my letters.
Yes, but I was... You have not sent a letter that you would be coming. Like, within a week.
Well, that was because I didn't exactly know how long it would take myself either.
Oh, that's fine. I'm happy to be seeing you here. You see him like the smile begins to creep on the side of his lips as your father kind of looks to the other servants. If you would be so kind. No, sorry. If you would be so kind. We would like to be left a little bit alone. You may take your plates and move over to the other room. Many of the servants begin to pick up their plates, and the little band on the side of the room that is playing music almost starts picking up stuff to leave before your father gives them a way to stay.
Always the same. Look, I am sorry that I disappeared just like my sister did before me. But in a way, I think it was something that I did need to do.
Your father is looking towards you. His eyes are piercing yours. You thought it was something you had to do.
Actually, it was something that I needed to do, and I knew I needed to do it. And I haven't had a doubt about it.
Good. Weakness of choice is a weakness of spirit. Yeah, it is very good to have you back. How long will you be staying with us? You seem like he's cutting down a very thin slice of steak, putting a little bit of the sauce to the side.
Not too long, I assure you.
That is unfortunate.
So, I was informed that there had been some withdrawals from my account, and I can tell you with all honesty, I did not do that. I never withdrew anything from my account.
Your father stops, puts the cutlery to the side one by one. That would be very difficult to believe, considering we have not only your signature, but we have evidence that you were there from people that saw you in the building.
And you didn't even think for a second that it was Kayani and not me?
No. My daughter is probably somewhere else. If she was to be here, I would know. Besides, she has no access to any of the family fortune. She chose her own path in life, and I only wish her good luck to that endeavor.
Good thing I don't know Fireball. Well,
Your dad's so dumb. Pigeon
I
from
know.
the rooftop.
I know. I do think it is interesting how you pride yourself on the Verdalia Academy, yet you don't even stop to think about for a single transformation magic, or just a little bit of makeup.
Are you suggesting my own daughter would steal from me?
Have you met her?
You see his eyebrows kind of frown. No child of mine would act in such improper ways. I hope I have raised you better than that.
I have not stolen from you, I can assure you of that. I made my own ways.
So you are suggesting that your sister not only is here in the Empire, you are suggesting that she has been withdrawing from the family account with your name, your signature, and looking like you.
Have you seen the two of us?
Yes.
But I'm not for certain it is her. She, I don't know where she is currently, and it is not my place to speak for her, but she's still, she's a person I can still trust and feel safe with.
Do you have any other evidence?
Well, you seem to think it is still me, so...
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's a 14.
Your father's expression remains calm and collected. Yes. Although I am very disappointed in you, Kaeliani.
I know it's Kailani.
What?
I don't... No, Jen. My sister, because I'm gonna make this
Yeah,
hard for you. My
Kailani.
sister's name is
Sorry, my
Kailani.
accent.
Kailani.
My accent does not work. Okay, forgive me.
I know how that feels now.
Trying to best here.
It's not that hard to mimic a person, though, right?
You come into my home and put the blame of this to your sister. Interesting.
Well, more like I'm trying to clear my own name here, since I did not do it. And I thought there was something more going on. But seems I was incorrect.
You have gone through nothing in this journey you have gone under. I understand. Not even a single glimmer of personal experience has been gained, and it appears that... What? You have squandered everything that you have taken out from the family account too. You look worse than when you left off. Your manners are also...
She's gonna take a look around to see how the rest of the family is looking.
Your brothers are
Sort
not looking
face
at
down.
either you or him. They are looking at their plates, trying to eat. Your mother is looking at you, confused.
No, well, here's the thing about my whole journey is that I learned that you can learn so much from those who think are below you. Everybody froze for me, god damn it.
From those who are below you.
Oh god.
Well,
Praising Kiki.
oh, okay, it's better now.
Please, continue.
More like... I know you do not think... For example, the other races who don't live as nearly as long as us. You seem to be thinking they have nothing to give us. But they do, they have so much to give us. So much to teach us. Please punch my dad.
He doesn't smile when he says, "Ah." Be honest with me. You have not come home to work with the family, have you?
No. Actually, I came here to come and see you because I do think it was a very stupid decision of me to not even send a single
It
letter.
was. But you are
I-
but you are young. The fault is not
Not
yours.
that young.
The fault is mine. It appears that with two of my children, I failed. It is very good that at least the other two can pick up and continue the work that both you and your other sister would have on their shoulders.
Did you, and she like folds her hands, did you ask if they wanted to do that?
Of course not. It appears that in your journey you have also forgotten how our business works.
Yes, and I also found out that you destroyed a family because of it. And how many more?
Make an intimidation check, I guess.
Oh, where's it? 14, got it.
Your father... You hear a clatter of metal hitting metal as your father stops all motion. The music or the band kind of stops playing. And you see your older sibling just look away. As your father turns his full attention to you. His expression is the angriest you have seen because he has a grimace.
So one thing that Kiki definitely gets from his father, that she can hold her facial expression very well, and she's kind of a little bit smiling, but not too much. Oh no, Jess.
Bad timing. What you gonna do?
You come here with nothing to show for your travels. And you have the audacity to speak to your own father in this way. Do you know what my own father would do if I spoke in this manner?
Actually, I do, because you did tell me a lot about him. But here's the thing. You don't have to do what he did. And neither does my brothers, or me, or Kayani. But I would be happy to show you those of who have traveled with me and help me change the way I see others around me.
You see your mother kind of reach out and hold your father's hand. Please, at least give her the chance to show you what she has gone through her journey. It would not be responsible. You may bring your friends here. No. I wish
At
to...
all.
Fuck!
Yes.
Damn it!
You will have to meet my family. Fuck you.
I wish to know the people that have given my daughter such a strange understanding of the world.
Ooh. Oh, mama.
I look forward to meeting this man. I'm so happy.
Persephone is not the kind of girl you bring home to meet the family.
You don't bring her home to mama.
You do not.
This party is the kind of people you do not tell that you're actually seeing, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't bring Van
God.
inside. Period.
With that in
Stings,
mind,
aren't technically...
I would like you to know that I am deeply disappointed.
Oh, nobody's surprised by that, you stupid motherfucker.
Oh,
Sorry,
don't
was
worry,
that
I
a-
am.
No one cares.
Don't worry, I am also very disappointed in you that you do not see.
One more word and you are out of this house. You hear me, young lady?
What am I going to do? Disappear again for hundreds of years?
If we're lucky.
Oh.
We'll see about that. However, I will try to act a little bit more mature.
Good.
But
Composure,
I do have some journals that you can look into that I have kept with me.
composure returns. Ah, finally. You're speaking properly. I would be interested.
She pulls out a journal that it's not her Book of Shadows, because that would be stupid. But she does have another journal that it has a little bit of like observations and like just like day life of people that she hasn't really noticed before. and just like places she has been in.
Mhm.
And then there are random alphabets that she had done with Cream Thought and Coda.
Did you show this to your father as well?
Yeah.
Just, hey Dad, you heard of a warlock? Turns out you get this book for free. Here you go.
Your father is reading through the pair of books that you have given him.
No, not the grimoire, not that one. Holy fuck, not that one.
Yeah, no, you're not giving him the grimoire, no.
Yeah.
He turns the pages, and when he comes to the alphabet, he seems a bit intrigued. And by a bit, I mean one of his eyebrows kind of lifts slowly up.
Well, I
Skip that page.
I made friends with people who well, the common needed working on.
He turns back to the book. Continues reading. Closes it. Impressive. Hands you both of the volumes. And tell me, how has your work benefited you in your journey? If your sister has been the one taking out funds from the family, how have you been faring?
She goes back to thinking that definitely did not sign up a deal with an ancient being to get magical powers and like, killed a bunch of people.
Galen also looks interested because he says, "Yeah, what have you been up to, sister?"
Well, like I said, I slowly met with this group of people, and one of them in particular wants to redeem himself. So we have started to do.
Redemption implies error. Continue.
Well, so we have done quite a bit of tasks that I will not say in front of my brother that I have tiefling sugar mommy. Stop. We have done many great deal of things that have gotten some people's attention and also some odd jobs here and there, killing monsters, that sort of thing.
So you have been putting yourself in harm's way, is what I'm hearing. Correct.
Well, I suppose that's a way to put it, but that's not all that we do.
Do not mistake that statement as a conclusive entirety of your actions. But you have.
I suppose that's one way to put it.
It sounds to me like you have been working in the adventuring business.
Never have the words adventuring business been said with such disgust.
I know.
God.
That's like you just found out your boyfriend is a garbage man.
He said it like a slur.
Well, you're not entirely wrong. But it has helped me to see a lot more places that I would have never even dreamed of seeing outside of Magiana and Verdalia.
And did you
I
learn
have-
anything in particularly important for you and your future?
I learned that nobles are very easy to deal with if you have the right words. And I mean that as in a way of dealing with business side of things. I love seeing Jen having to get his composure back every now and then.
Ah, fuck. I'm playing a character who is extremely
I
composed,
know!
but I am just like, oh!
Yeah, we've got a Twitch emote for that, right? Just the oh face.
Just in your mind.
Have you had dealings with other nobles in your journey?
I have. Thinking back on Man of Plenty, fucking choking her right before killing the noble, and then blaming us on it.
Yeah. And during your endeavors, have you performed actions that would bring shame upon the house?
Well, I don't bring up my name that often, but but I don't see why they would bring shame.
I see. Good. A good image is the most important part. Very well. And how many earnings have you acquired in your journey? You have been gone for a good amount of time.
Is he asking how much money I have?
How much money have you been making?
Well,
And yes, this is the kind of person who who talks about economics and on the table.
yeah, I know few people like that. Well, a comfortable amount.
Comfortable
I
for
can
living.
go. Yes.
Good. I suppose in your circumstances that should be the most important part. Now, has been a very interesting evening. However, I fear I will have to withdraw to my quarters.
She thinks about saying maybe that's for the best, but she doesn't. She really wants to.
It is very good to have you back, and if you are not staying, nor have any interest in actually performing something good for the family, I suppose we will be reconvening when your friends are going to be over, unless if you're staying for a longer time here in the estate.
For now, I think I will spend a little bit of time in the academy while I wait for them to be here.
Good. You might also wish to inform your ex-co-workers on your sudden disappearance. Just to mend the
Thinking back on, she was banned from teaching way earlier before she left. Fucking yikes.
He turns towards Iago. You will give me the reports of today's endeavor either later tonight or you can do so tomorrow. And
Today hasn't happened much.
that is what I said later today.
see.
He stands up from the table. Walks out of the room, closing the doors behind him. No, he has a servant close the doors behind him, obviously.
Of course he does.
There's a collective exhale of
Yeah.
breath from the entire family.
You do see Iago just kind of go.
Good lord.
Alright, when he mentioned, like, do you want to tell your associates of your sudden departure kind of thing, like, wouldn't they be fucking dead? It's been hundreds of years!
Well, they're also, elves, so probably.
Okay. Like, if it's exclusively
Yeah.
elves working there, I get that, but, like, it's like, would you like to
Primarily.
inform would you like to inform your other co-workers of your sudden departure? It's like, they're all dead, Dad.
But so also the fun thing is that although this is a little bit of character, but so when Kiki made her deal with like her patron, at some point she got banned to teach because of what she was teaching. That happened before she left, and I don't think she has told everyone. She was just like, yeah, I'm still teaching.
So,
See, Kiki.
Ooh.
so you see your family is a little bit recoiling from it. Galen in particular, he seems to just. He seems a little bit more composed, and still holding his more regal approach.
It's okay, you can breathe, Galen.
I'm alright. I'm okay.
Have a breadstick.
I am so sorry you all had to see that.
No. I think it was very informative. Avego looks up towards you, Kiki, and he seems a bit worried, like, what the fuck did I just come back into?
Well, I don't have an answer for you. I'm so sorry.
And Galen
Holidays,
immediately
am I right?
pipes up. You would be surprised how often she says that.
Look, Galen, you have every right to be angry with me.
He doesn't respond. You can see him, he is just very quickly cutting his foot portion multiple times.
I'm really glad I'm not right next to you at the moment.
Your mother does not say a single word. You just feel a hand kind of reach for yours.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
She gets up from the table and walks out of the room. Galen is shaking his head and after a few moments also just gets up and quickly moves out of the room. You can hear it against the doors as they're closed behind him. You are left with Iago on the table. He's just sitting in front of the plate that he has not touched all night.
Look, a lot has happened, and I can see a lot has happened in here.
I can
I'm not
I
here.
can see that too.
I'm not asking for you. I'm not asking that you all forgive me. But I am saying that I am sorry, and I am here now. And I also do want you to meet the people who did, in a way, change my life. And I also
Sister,
care
I
about
don't
them.
hold any grudges against you. I understand. If I had the had it with the opportunity, I would probably also have left home while I could.
But I can see that you have also gotten quite a bit head off on the business side, because I could see your name on the bank records, and
Had
that's
to.
my father.
Had to. The old man was not lying when he said that people witnessed you in the places. He was very, very angry about it. He wouldn't talk with the rest of us for weeks.
Wasn't it nice though, not having to hear him all the time?
A little bit, but at the same time, it is not good for the family. I sound like him now half the time.
You do, but a little bit more relaxed version. However, I can tell
I think
you
what you're looking for is more sane.
I'm glad you haven't changed. But it wasn't me who did all that. I don't know if it was
I believe you.
Kayani or someone else.
I believe
But
you.
it's not that hard to look like someone's long lost daughter, and
Well,
a lot of people saw my signature.
The impersonation part I don't decline, but I don't think you could do it. I know you. Well, we've known each other for a long time. And what I do know is that you're not the kind of person who would do something like that without a good reason. You are the smartest out of all of us. I mean, most of the decisions you have made were taken care of carefully. What I'm saying is, I don't see you as the kind of person who would take the slimier approach to solving another problem. You wouldn't try to break the law or seek aid from someone who has bad intentions in mind.
That's actually kind of heartwarming. Why is Krypton frozen
That's very
in a creepy position?
I don't know. That is great.
He's entered his rage.
Just
That's good.
Well, to be
when you
honest,
called me there, when you called me there, was in the middle of doing it. I mean, kinda.
when you spend enough time with the old man, you realize that you have to be I help him a lot lately in some of the more sensitive deals. We've had in the past a lot of merchants who would have trouble talking with Father because, well, he's a bit always to the point and trying to get the best deal possible in his own way, and sometimes he forgets that not everyone is appreciating that kind of approach. So sometimes I have to try to sweeten the situation. It is good to see you, though. You look great otherwise.
How do you deal with him on day to day?
I bear it. For the most part, anyways. He takes a look at the table and you watch as he moves his hand in an arcane pattern and a mage hand appears above it, slowly floats over to a bottle of whiskey, lifts it up and brings it to him.
Ah, I see. And she also makes a mage hand appear and grabs bottle
Oh
of wine.
no, this is not the way I deal with it. That would be very unhealthy. I deal it primarily with... well, I deal it by being patient. Father will have forgotten about this by tomorrow. He is not the kind of you know him. He's not the kind of person who will hold a grudge. At least until you, I don't think you have wronged him in that kind of way.
Well, I knew that he was always holding me to a higher standard than Kayani, because when I said I wanted to teach and I started doing that, he was very happy about that.
Galen has been listening to that for a long time.
I know, and I feel bad for him because he had to live in my shadow when all I ever did was a lot of stupid things.
You missed out a lot on his childhood.
He was only 50 when I left.
I was. He actually started about 5 years after you left. He actually looked into trying to find a girlfriend. It was hilarious.
Oh, do tell me.
Oh, it was... Where do I begin? And your brother does tell you of a little bit of Galen's life, particularly what he did in your absence. His tale of his own parting, he tells you afterwards. But Galen, for the most part, tried to distract himself while he could before Varim just decided, yeah, it's time for you to also work your part. And what he did was he tried to find love multiple times, 5 of which ended with a breakup, like a few months in. One that lasted a few years before it turned out that she was trying to just take money from him, which was very, very heartbreaking for Galen. And one where Galen had become a bit toxic at that point. Galen had trouble just in general for a few years. And once he started working it out by working in the merchant business, he once again kind of mellowed out. It took a while though. For his part, Igo was working. After you left, your father put him almost immediately in the track of studying what information there was available in the library of the house to just learn what he can about merchantry and closing a deal, as well as the many branches that your family has either funds on or actively trades goods with. And it has been the year has been mostly a blur. The years have been a blur because there has not been much interesting things that happened in his life ever since. He has been, for the most part, just working. And he describes it with the same kind of enthusiasm as you would describe sleeping.
Yes, that was also one of the reasons I left, but have you ever thought about finding someone?
Fighting someone?
Finding. Well, I mean, I could punch you and we could go on from there, but...
No, I didn't. Perhaps one day I might, but I'll wait until Galen tries a couple of times to want to get all of the bad luck of the family just out first, you know.
Well, Kayani, she has been drinking quite a bit at this point. Well, Kayani did set the standard quite high.
Wonder what she is doing.
Holding.
Hope she's okay.
I think she's all right. She also finds some people to surround herself with.
I don't believe that she would go and take coin out of the family coffers either. It doesn't seem like something either of you would do, to be honest.
Well, the people that she surrounded herself, they are, I don't know them very well, but they are not the nicest people.
That is a second not good thing. You're not giving me hope here, sister. I will be honest.
I am not trying to give you hope, to be honest.
That is not. That is really. Well, that is terrible.
But I am. This one. Igo's very level-headed. He's very similar to Kiki, but I am going to inform my party that they are forced to be here when they truly do not want to meet my father, because I did give them a hefty warning.
I would like to meet them actually. Please try not to get the old man too angry.
How does he feel about half-orcs and tieflings?
Oh no.
What about 2 humans?
Should be not a problem. He's not racist,
What?
but he has a trouble speaking to people who are not of Magianian descent.
I'll be right back, and
Yeah, well, I will also probably go to my quarters, and when you do bring your friends, do let me know in advance. I will tell the servants to be ready for anything.
well, also keep all the things that could shatter easily away from the waiting area.
Good idea. I'll get the glasses. I'll get the crystal glasses out.
I would like to speak with both you and Garlin at some point about what has actually been going on to catch up on a bit, but I suppose we could do that tomorrow as well. He
Yes.
needs to process things. So I'm gonna call Trust. Sorry.
Yeah, I go to and just look at his plate, put another piece of chicken on it, and just walk out of the room.
Banana phone.
So, all of you are invited, actually forced, to come here. Be on your good behavior and make sure Cream Todd wears a shirt.
That is the most difficult task.
Is that everything that you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Persephone gets this while Scrimtoad's like, "Come on, 5 more! You can do it!"
It's nighttime now.
Yeah. You
First
have
up, he's like, Grimthud, please, I'm getting a call. Please, can I stop?
Oh, you're getting a
Please.
head talk. All right, yeah, we'll take a break.
At this point, Ashfall did have to cast like a couple of cure wounds just to keep Persephone like going.
It's like, I don't know, maybe we should make her fight while she's distracted. Could be a good lesson.
Oh yeah, because that can happen sometimes. Sometimes you're in the middle of a fight and then someone's just talking to your head. And I mean, we get that all the time because you're word to go.
Aren't you guys being a bit harsh?
Persephone's like behind Ashfall, like, nope, hiding, like.
Yeah, I'm picturing all of us are having this discussion. It's just like, no, I mean, like, it's a balanced way to trade. It's like, well, they might be being going a bit too hard. Meanwhile, there's a Persephone-shaped dust cloud just standing there.
It says half-assed training makes half-assed fighters.
Oh god.
Yeah. You
I mean,
should
you
go
gotta be ready,
harder.
you know? You gotta be ready for anything, really.
Hey, Grimta, maybe
Yeah.
we can bring 3 more columns for the training.
Yeah, you should do a big group thing. So, reply to your call.
You know, that sounds better than this hell. Where do we need to go? Should we go now? Please say yes. I am in pain.
All right.
Yeah.
In that case, you would hear the message, Kiki, and just so that we don't have to send another message that is like, Verdalia.
No, she tells her it's in, come to Verdalia if you probably good if you start heading now, since it will take a few days to get there.
Come to Verdalia to face your fate.
Once I now need to do a different triangle because we're gonna go to Verdalia, and then I guess we're gonna go solve the problem down here, and then go to Drewford.
That is a
And
big-ass
then-
triangle.
Then go to
That's
Persephone's
not a
family
triangle.
home, deal with the family issues there, and then go back.
Okay, so a thing to note. I just want to check this with Jen. How close are we to the time when the equipment for the dragon stuff is done with the blacksmiths.
So
Well, that
it has been a few days.
Yeah, it has been a few days. So to finish the week, like 5.
Because like we had 4 days of training sessions before we had Aqua's thing with the with the armor and stuff like that.
That would be 2 days. No, wait, the armor.
Yeah, because the armor was 4 days before we eventually realized, oh shit, this is actually changing his alignment. We should go to see Varric about this.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, the armor would be at least 2 more days. Oh wait, no, you have also requested a bunch of other things, haven't you?
So basically, we have like 4 or 5 days left.
Yeah, basically, I'm specifically asking about the dragon stuff that I was getting the blacksmith.
No, the dragon stuff would be done in like 2 days. The armor needs another week.
2 days. Okay, so here's how I would just recommend this to the group. I would say we might want to head up to Verdaria, and then once we're done up there, before we head down to the academy, Wadami, we might want to stop back over here in the blacksmiths in order to pick up the stuff for Persephone, because if we're going into a fight, Persephone's going to want all of her equipment and shit.
Oh yeah, true.
So just going to throw that out as an option, but I would say...
Drop back.
Yeah, once we
go
get
to
here...
Druford, go to the thing, and then go.
Yeah.
So now it's the Druford dodecahedron?
Yeah, it's
So now
it's the Druford hourglass.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've linked it.
Woo!
Also, I love the fact that this is all optional, and you decide to go like, we're going touring, everybody.
I mean, here's the thing: we can't leave this country until we find the triad. We're kind of stuck.
I mean, right now they're a biad,
I'm kind of okay with it because I still have to deal with the man of the lone heart.
I need to make a cult generous.
Yeah. So like basically what we're looking at here is we're kind of like, we need to do all of the side quests because the main plot can't advance until we find these fuckers.
We're kind of we've reached our like adventure ranking cap, so we need to go do all the side quests to like level up our adventure rank before we can continue back with the story quest.
There is a cap on the main story quest that says you must have completed X number of side quests to advance, is what's happened right here. and we've been like, we've done none of the side quests up until now. Fuck.
Time to go do them all at once.
Oh, very well. Then,
you receive that message, and when you return to the boys there, be like, okay, let's compromise. What say we do quick blitz with a big old group, and then we give her a break where she's just doing push-ups, and then we go back to the big old group. You know, that's a bit
No.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Well, we can
We're
all agree
going
that
to visit
tomorrow's
Kiki's
leg day,
family.
Oh, where are they?
That way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Persephone.
Well, yeah, we're
Can
going
you
to...
write a...
Are not training anymore. We are going to get you a shirt, and we are going to visit Kiki's family.
I mean, if
God,
you're just...
no, Grimthought?
Yeah?
I can pick you up now.
I mean,
I'm done.
But I can pick you up, too.
I'm done. We're going to visit Kiki's family.
I mean, if you want a break to go visit him, that's cool, but, we could just pop over, say hi, and then pop back, yeah?
Yes. But you need a shirt. That was specifically requested.
Oh.
Recommend picking him up for a couple days because your muscles are pretty depleted and you want to rest.
Yeah. Also, I've tried that shirt stuff, and it doesn't work.
Grimthought, it's not optional.
I mean, we can give it a go, but I'll tell you from past experience, it just didn't work out.
I think Ferric has that shirt. You seem...
Let's go find a tailor.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. That'll be a nice change of pace, don't you think?
Please. I'm so
To hear
tired.
Grimthod haggle with the tailor instead of the blacksmith.
Oh, can we just... Holy shit, can we just skip the roleplay portion of that? I just get the shirt, get the stuff, go.
Alright.
Please, yes.
Not another hour of Grimthod trying to figure out economics.
As we begin to head out, Grimthod just goes like, "Do you want piggyback?"
Yes.
Okay, there you go. And we go to a tailor and get Grimthon a shirt.
Want some
so
ice
there's
cold
my
gin?
horns.
You're mute, Jen.
I'm just saying it should probably be wiser to, instead of a shirt, put on like a sheet that you just tie around him.
I figure
Poncho.
we're gonna get
Fucking
like one
poncho.
of those like big loose fitting ones, you know, not like a proper tight button down,
Oh,
but you know,
hang
like
on.
the big
No,
flowy
definitely not.
shirts.
Jen has not heard that we can't hear him, so
Ah, there we go. That makes sense.
there we go.
Yeah, that would make because I'm like, fuck. So a dust cloud resembling the glorious goat heads towards the nearest the nearest terror shop. Does not matter which one. Fuck explaining. You just rush in. There is a bit of a ruckus as the entire store just shakes, and then you exit.
I need you to sew
Grimthot's-
2 regular shirts together.
Basically,
It's like
they
magic.
draped stuff over Grimthod and like kind of sewed him into it, and then made another one based
So
on those
Grimthod,
measurements.
You're basically wearing a shirt that is not one size smaller than what you're wearing, a tiny bit above that, and it is sewn together at the front.
Okay, so from the last time that I did this, what didn't work was moving my arms and getting angry. That didn't work. That just broke it. So I gotta do neither of those.
Basically, his
Yeah,
hands
yeah.
are in an A shape.
Yeah, just like he's like constantly like just in an A shape. Like it's just I can't. If I move him up, if I move him down, it's just gonna get fucked. I can feel it.
Is he doing the trypamine stance?
And you make your way towards Verdalia. Now,
Ash wants to get a coat as well.
oh,
All right, cool. Sam Taylor can probably do that.
I mean, that message kind of. What I also trying to say is that please wear something formal-ish.
Fancy.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
like Persephone's like, okay, she's kind of like, okay, let me pick. This is basically what I grew up doing. This Ashfall, I trust you. You have a somewhat fashion sense.
mistake.
Thank you.
Grimthod. Aqua, you're probably fine, darling. Actually,
What's
just
Aqua?
don't. I mean,
Lupus.
Lupus. Oh God, I saw Aqua. My brain went. Bleh. Lupus, just sit there, keep drinking. You're probably fine. Grimthod, this
yeah.
shirt is very loose. Please lift your arms.
I mean, I'm gonna break it. I know.
Lift,
All right, but you're gonna have to buy a new one.
lift.
He lifts his arms.
There's the sound of it.
Yes, this is
Gee.
what I was afraid of.
Sure, told
Looser
you.
fabric. What did I say? Loose flowing fabric. Like the ones that you make for the fancy pirates. I've seen it before. You can't tell me you haven't done it. Just very loose fitting, and then we can slap a vest or a corset around his abs or something. It'll be fine.
Okay, man. You get yourself. You get yourself some clothing. Ashfall, you grab yourself a very fancy-looking coat. From like some kind of winter animal has been fashioned as like on the shoulders. Not wolf, some kind of like smaller one. Fox, or like an Arctic fox. Grimthod, you grab yourself a nice,
Perfect.
a very nice flowing a vest of some form. There is an enchantment on it. It is a magical item technically, just so that it can fill.
Does it have mending on it?
It does. So every now and then, when you hear it, you look over and Grimthod's mended is already just fixed. This will cost you an extra 10 gold.
I have a fucking waistcoat that has regeneration on it.
That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, while Ash is at it, he's just kind of like trying to find stuff that goes along. So I'll actually just buy a full set of fine clothes for 15 gold.
Yeah, good.
So that's 10. Sorry, if that's fine clothes
This
plus
is
the
fine,
10, that'd be 60 gold total for me. Yeah.
Dear
Like
Lord.
Van has like one set
I'm
of nice
paying.
clothes, but they're like 30 years out of date. It'd be like showing up in a 70s tux.
Persephone is paying for Grimthod because Grimthod is getting like 3 sets of fancy clothes.
Oh God.
It's like one set that has regeneration on it is probably going to be fine.
3.
Okay. Now, important thing about Magian clothing, just to speed it out before you head over.
Feel like we're going to more balls.
It's all purple. Everything is purple and sparkling.
Oh, it is very much in shades of purple, like in certain parts, but it is also very warm. Most of it is like fur and hide.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
That actually matches up with Grimthon's existing kilt.
You see Lupus in the background.
too. How much am I
honestly
spending?
prefer gold.
Give me the number, darling.
So it's 60 for
60
one
plus
set
15,
We'll do 2 sets. We'll do like a set to visit Kiki's family that has regeneration, and one fancier set on the off chance we go to a ball. You can't stop me
what?
from doing this. This is for Persephone. Let Persephone have this.
135
in the background.
I'm trying to find a ref.
135.
Easy peasy. I still have 500 gold left.
You
This
look,
looks perfect.
yeah, you look excellent.
Persephone does command word
Power word
noble.
kill instantly. Just
No, because for her glamour armor, she does command word noble, and now she's just in like very classical fit Magianian nobility. That's what her armor looks like, because she has the glamour armor.
Yeah. Right.
She has the glamored studded,
Yeah,
the
the
glamored
glamored
studded
stud-
leather,
okay,
so
yeah.
she has to do
So
a
it
command word,
shifts.
and then it immediately changes into
Right.
fancy clothes. But it's still armor. It just looks like fancy clothes.
Van's looking on the discount rack. What's on the discount rack?
We've got some fine clothes here for you, sir. They're second hand. 10 gold.
That's not bad.
Take it.
Just go in the change room to change something I have. You see,
Oh,
Lupus
that's
goes
very
in. Hears a lot of rustling. Then comes out with a fancier, golden-looking clothes. Yeah, it's been 100 years since I wore this, but it still shines like a fucking coin, but it'll work.
Or so you hope. And you make your way over towards Verdalia, as it will take you some time to make it there. I'm not saying how much, because that would dishearten you, but you make it there in time.
We are taking
In
we're
time.
taking our cart.
Yes, you are. Good. Time progresses as you're making your way over. Let me just really quickly roll in case I want to fuck with you. No, never mind. Okay.
Persephone probably sends like a sending to Kiki, like we're on our way, and then again when it's like, okay, we're almost there, and then again we're at the front gate. Let us in.
So, for like the time being, she kind of looks around the academy, but she's terrified to go in because she's technically still banned.
Still banned.
Just don't be seen around the academy. Making your way outside of Center, it is an interesting time because for the most part, up ahead, up above you, the clouds have gotten heavier. It seems like it is gonna rain, but it is holding for the entirety of your trip. Like you're looking out, going, "Oh God, it's gonna rain." But you make it over in Verdalia without even a little bit of rain. The other thing that was interesting is that you will pass through one of the mining towns on your way there, the Perworks expedition, because unless if you wish to take a faster route that goes into that nice old mining hole.
Probably not. I think we're probably gonna take the main road.
Cool.
Yeah.
Random encounters evaded. You make your way over towards Verdalia.
What do you want to say when we're getting towards Verdalia? Grimthal just turned to Persephone and be like, I think we should probably buy a top at some point.
Yeah, that probably sounds like a good. Just like build something just to put on top, just in case.
Yeah.
We don't-
We can do that when we get there.
Yes, that sounds good.
Verdalia Academy, from afar, it looks like the biggest castle you have ever seen because the entire site is closeted in within these stone walls on the outside. And the academy itself looks like a castle.
Nice.
It has multiple towers that act not as like defense towers, but like literal classrooms.
Oh wow.
And the other important thing you do notice is floating parts of the academy itself, where you notice actual floating buildings. Verdalia prizes itself on the use of magic for academic purposes, and it shows. The moment you enter into the town itself, you see a lot of the students that are living here are wearing the academy's gowns, long robes, with a little. The symbol of the academy is a book with a quill, but the quill evolves into like a fiery feather, not fire feather, but like it's a feather that shifts into flame at the very top. And most of the children here, the students vary from young ages all the way up to like adulthood. Verdalia, you can join it from as a child, and you can still continue to study even if you are like an adult. Making your way further in, with the directions of the signs that are across around the city, and the occasional descending to Kiki going, "Where are we going? Like, do I take a right?"
Yeah.
You make
Just
your
like
way
every now and again.
Yes.
I'm just
Sending.
gonna mark
It's like-
down that I have only one spell. Oh wait, no, you guys also have sending. Never mind.
Yeah, I also
Mm.
I did, when we run out of trusts, we also have Grimthod sendings.
You use like 3 sendings.
It's gonna hurt.
You make your way over towards what appears to be the estate itself is built into the rock beside the academy. To reach it, you have to go through like an entire street that has a pair of walls to the sides of it, and the manor itself is on top of the mountain, carved into it, and above it. Like, the mountain itself has been carved to fit the manor itself. You notice that as you are approaching, there are fewer and fewer buildings close to it. Before you come across the pair of double iron gates and a pair of human guards that are wearing armor that does not seem practical, more like for looks. Van and Grimthod, you would recognize that this armor is in fact not benefiting them in the least.
Oh dear.
Just on a glance. Ashfall, you think this is probably can take like a hit or two. Maybe it's metal. Like, how flimsy can it be?
I just lean into Van, just like, sure, just me, right?
Yeah, I've seen thicker paper.
Yeah.
By
They
signaling
look great
Kiki.
when they die, though.
Oh yeah, it's all about the appearance. You enter into the estate, and your card is taken to a stables. And yes, there's a stable within the estate. There are a lot of buildings here, apart from the manor itself. And the manor appears to be a multiple-level building. There is elven architecture in the heart of this building. Oak wood has been used for most of the walls. Stone one has been used for decorational purposes because most of the building is built on. Stone is used what they build most of the building on. Granite is on the floor, and a little bit of marble has been used for decorational purposes. Now, being here, you see there's a lot of people working here that don't. You just see a lot of people going from one place to the other, like they have actual like work to do that you don't know what the fuck they're doing. Ashfall, can you give me an Arcana check
Oh god.
or a Nature check using your wisdom? Your check.
Oh god.
Oh god, oh man.
The
That's
druid
a lot.
is scared to give a nature check.
I understand that notion actually.
Yeah.
Let me just-
I'll do both just to get both sides of it. Yeah.
Cool. Though you have no idea how, you do understand that natural magic is weaved into the garden itself, because you realize like half of the plants here are awakened. They're
Oh.
They're alive plants that seem to almost kind of move on their own. The movement is very subtle for the rest of you to pick up, like immediately, or at least like from casual observation. But you notice it because the plants kind of like almost wave at you as you're passing by. To all of you, not just you. They're just going.
That's not creepy at all.
God, I would have loved it.
Gotta practice somehow, I guess.
I mean, when you want good security, you just awaken the garden. You enter inside the building.
Oh no, I'm being killed by daisies.
As we are being led away from the cart, Grimthorpe will just kind of turn to Professor Stephanie and be like, look out, show, obviously we're coming in wearing defense clothes and stuff. Is there a lot of stuff we shouldn't be bringing in here?
Yeah, one of the guards is gonna walk up to you. Please, no weapons.
Right, no weapon. Okay, yeah, so, okay.
It's kind of funny they don't allow weapons at a magic school.
No.
I'm just saying, we have 2 bags of holding.
I feel like even
no,
with a
we're just
sword,
gonna
I would be
hide that.
I would be
Hide.
out of.
Yeah, heavily outclassed.
Yeah, it's like I have a sword. I cast fireball.
Yeah.
Behold my shiv.
No, basically,
Persephone just sort of puts her holy symbol in, just
Yeah.
like.
any obvious weapons you have that you can use to kill someone here.
I'm not letting them take it. We're putting it all in the
Van's
bags of
a little-
holding. We're like,
Yeah, just
before we
Van's a
get
little
in, I
confused
want to
because-
say.
He thinks they're not going to let him and Grinthod in at all.
Because they are weapons.
Because they have to kill something.
It's like the scene from Sinbad where he's literally just taking out weapon after weapon.
No, just put them in your cart and just have them there for your visit here.
Right.
Gimthod Van, you don't have to stay in the cart. You can please get out of the cart.
Okay.
They don't mean you.
Fists don't count.
Gotcha. Do I have to leave my hands?
Yeah, you do notice the guard is like
No.
looking at Grim going, "That's a big guy." Looking around like,
Kind of looking at the Grimthorpe, looking at the retinue of guards they have on staff today, he's just like, we should have brought in more guys. We should have moved around the ship.
Oh, it's gonna be a long evening.
Darling, I like to be protected when I travel. What do you expect?
Yeah, although she's getting real tough now. Yeah.
okay,
Dan is almost
Reaches up,
floating
pat,
because he's
pat.
no longer carrying around like 200 pounds worth of gear that he just wears all the time.
Let's see, unequipped sword, other sword, spear, shield.
Oh God, right.
yeah.
Javelin.
Does the
Knives,
magic
javelin.
wand counts?
I mean, imagine if combat happened, right?
Dagger.
It would be a shame.
longbow.
Anyway, the cart is
I'm
led into
gonna
the
bring a
stable.
tiny stick.
I'm not taking off my gauntlets. Those are mine.
You can
Plus,
can
they're
maybe used to
part of
bludgeon
my
someone.
outfit. I mean,
So can my fists.
Yeah, just don't try to strangle him, and you should.
Yeah,
be
I
fine.
can-
goodness no.
I can assume my gauntlets of flaming fury should probably be taken off.
Just don't use them.
Yeah, basically they don't take away from your magic items, so long as it doesn't look like a weapon that you can use to immediately kill someone here.
I mean, they're metal gauntlets, but regardless.
Metal
like to
gauntlets can
think-
do that.
Wait, can I retroactively get have the charm that makes my armor change, the gauntlets change? Would it be pretty simple to put that on?
It's a
just
different
like
magical item. You can have like very big leather gloves over your gauntlets.
Well, it's not. I just want them to enchant them so I can change what they look like, right? Like I don't want to actually change them physically. I just want to change their appearance, like my armor.
Let me.
I mean, would the armor's enchantment go all over you? Or just like the armor itself?
I think it's
Well-
just the
Dunno.
clothes themselves are supposed to change, is the thing.
Here, I'll put that there.
Glamour, studded leather. Clothing or some other kind of.
I mean, just for flavor reasons, would it be too bad if you changed like whatever the clothing you're wearing?
Whatever. Yeah, you can change your gauntlets.
Yeah,
but
cool.
Why not?
Cool. It's
There's
just,
no way
it's
we
just an
can
illusion.
abuse
It's not
it,
like
right?
actually changing anything. It's just
Yeah.
to match the aesthetic.
It
darling.
doesn't shift the size of the gauntlet, it does shift how they look.
Yeah, that's the bulk and the weight still say, but it just looks like they're nice white gloves, pretty much.
All right,
Nice
I guess we
white
head in.
gauntlets. You make your way inside. And
That's
inside,
not ruined anything.
the manor itself is huge. Imagine that the hallways are like 15 feet apart,
That's
like, from
a
one
lot.
side to the other, in wide, it is about like 20 to 30 feet tall. There's chandeliers on the top with little tiny crystals that emit light. The servants here, you watch some of them are dusting off some very fine-looking portraits of the family. And I suppose...
Do I see any pictures of Kiki or her sister?
Yes. Or rather, you do see a picture of Kiki, though she looks a bit shorter. Just an inch or so.
Well, hang on. I was at the cafe when Kiki met with her sister. I should be able to recognize the difference, or
yeah, you
would
don't
I?
see any picture with two Kikis.
Huh. It's only ever the one. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Didn't we see two?
I mean, if her sister didn't part with the family on good terms, it's not beyond those of higher stature to erase their existence completely.
Yeah, that's a bit cruel,
Just
but
gotta-
yeah, right.
Projecting.
Right.
Such is the way of the nobility.
Hmm.
You look around and give you a bit of a description of how the family actually looks like. Also, I just noticed what the fuck you posted on Discord. God damn it.
Listen,
Pain.
What do you mean?
So, the father, he, a relatively old high elf. He has a few wrinkles on the top of his head to signate his age. Cut jaw. The flesh on his cheeks is a little bit thinner, and his expression in the picture is looking. His eyebrow, his eyes are like halfway closed, but his eyes, they look at you with complete cold indifference. It is very well caught in the painting for the artist's point of view, at least. What he is wearing is a black leather jacket that has a tie with a little tiny beautiful crystals inlaid on it. And you do notice that he has, in this particular image, very short hair, shaved to the sides, and shaved to the top just a little bit so that it is more visibly distinct.
This
Next,
one,
To kind of give you an idea, I will be posting
sure.
pictures on Discord that I gave Jen.
Yes.
this one yes, haircut.
Now the other one looks like the other highest member of the family in terms of like, well, height, is a relatively young-looking man, from what you can tell, of elven descent. He has most of his hair a bit more wild, in at least in reference to the father figure. You would recognize, Kiki, that that portrait is very old because your brother has gone through multiple hairstyles ever since. But in that picture in specific, it looks like his hair is very similar to Grimthod's, where they're braided into knots. You would also notice that he has the similar kind of jawline to that of the father, but he seems to be smiling in stark contrast to the previous figure. Next up is a woman who looks rather tired in this picture. She seems a bit tired. She's smiling, similar to the other man beside her.
just
And
for chat.
and she has what you notice a bit of a different skin coloration beneath and above her eyes compared to the rest of her face. What you call it? The hair is cut back, braided, and tied into knots. And she's wearing this very regal-looking porcelain white dress with violet strips, and onto a small plateau, you notice the symbol of the Vidalia Academy. Besides her is a smaller man with scarlet red hair, very long scarlet red hair. He is wearing, in contrast to the rest of the family, he's not wearing any formal clothing as much as he's wearing very casual looking clothing. A green vest with a white long sleeved shirt beneath, and you notice there's like a piercing on one of his ears. He actively is like sticking a tongue out in the picture. And next to her, next to him, is Kiki, who you will recognize immediately, just facial appearance alone. But you would also recognize that she looks dead serious, similar to her father, in this image, and she is also wearing formal-looking attire. A tight vest with what appears to be little tiny crystals over a plateau, and her hair has been cut back, well groomed, and she seems serious, with an expression that seems as if she's looking at the painter with interest, or at least to the onlooker with interest.
She looks so pretentious.
How time flies.
Grim thought look at her face, she's so stiff.
Oh, sure, I was paying attention to this one. He's got the tongue out. He must have had that out for hours.
Oh god, that is true.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's like it would dry out after 10 minutes or so, right?
Yeah, look, it'd just be like, and then your tongue gets dry, and it's like, what, do you ask the painter, hey, hang on a second, I gotta moisten my tongue again so I can stick it out again in front of you.
Huh.
It's pretty, or did the artist church it up a little?
Yeah, I don't know. I like his hair, it's kind of like mine.
That is really cool. Definitely did not realize that this entire family was just painstakingly gorgeous.
I mean, makes sense.
It's like the exact opposite of my family.
Yeah,
This is
Wendigo's,
Dating one of them,
ridiculous.
Persephone.
like, Wendigo's really pretty, so makes sense, doesn't it?
You're right, but like, this is too much. I really hope these paintings are just like dramatic renditions of this family, because good lord.
I mean, Wendigo does look like that. You know, that's not gammon on or nothing. That's what she actually looks like.
Oh, that is very true. Speaking of, I would like to find her because I'm just painfully uncomfortable in this place.
Yeah, you look around and immediately you clash. You clash. You clash.
I accidentally run into one of the brothers.
Ah, yes.
Oh god.
You catch glimpse of a figure descending down into the hallway. It is Kiki.
Oh, thank God.
And behind her, you notice that there's the man in the picture right besides the family figure, the father. Aego is following you, Kiki, as he's very interested in meeting your friends.
The one with the braids?
Yeah.
Which
Yes.
one are we looking
Yeah,
at?
that would be
The one with the
So-
braids.
Okay.
So he has a bit darker skin compared to Kiki, and you know his hair is more like darker color, like closer to their father's. But he doesn't have braids anymore. It's a bit more well groomed, I suppose now.
Yeah.
It's a bit more official looking at it.
Yeah, it's a lot more business.
Yeah. He's gone the corporate route.
He's gone, yeah. The great sacrifices you have to make in the business world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the horror.
Yeah, seeing Kiki grab the looks of, like, oh, hey, where'd he go?
Did he just call you
That-
goat?
Well, it's. She takes a
Hello,
deep sigh.
darling.
So, by the way, as she's walking down to what you're usually used to saying, though, she's usually wearing a dress, but you could see that it was once a nice dress that she had altered to, make it shorter so it doesn't get stuck on literally everything, and change it up a little bit. But now she's wearing actually a long, flowing black dress with like golden accents every here and there. That's very formal fitting, and she's wearing a bit nicer gloves.
And the brother has a similar colored attire. Similar to the father figure, has a black leather jacket. In the other, with including the tie, the only difference is that instead of little gems, it has little golden bands.
Oh, you're dressed up fancy too.
Oh yes. Greetings. He extends his hands forward.
Hi, Grimford.
Ego. And as you grip his hand, you feel very little strength from this man compared to yours.
Oh, okay. You gonna be one of them brainy ones then, yeah?
You'll have to
This is-
forgive our darling friend Grimthod.
Sorry about Grim Thoughts.
Right.
He's the half-orc I was telling you about.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. Good to meet you.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, is this your dad?
That's not.
This one is Ayago.
I'll take that as a compliment, I suppose.
Well, for him, we all look very much the same age, and you know that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, not your dad is...
No, I am.
Wasn't my dad with me?
No, Vamir is in his workroom.
Oh, so you're her brother?
I am Ego. I am Lana's bigger brother.
Oh, right. Well, got to tell you, your little sister's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Persephone's
Grimthod-
like
Grimthod,
doing
I'm
this,
much older
like-
than him.
What? Oh,
He's my younger brother.
Sorry. Okay, so you... Wow, okay, yeah, because you look about the same age. It's weird.
I know.
That's how we elf age.
I'm
Grim
sorry,
Thought.
I just have to try it at least once.
I know you have been speaking like that behind my back. I just know it.
And you must be the rest of the friends I've heard about.
Yeah. The name's Lupus Monarde.
Depends on what you've heard, darling. Only good things, I suppose.
I've heard very little.
We did catch up a little bit, so he knows their names at least.
I know, but he doesn't tell them that.
You can't put
Yeah, of
faces
course not.
to names
Ah,
yet.
Of
no.
course, of course.
And
You can
who
call me Persephone.
Persephone.
Van is constantly scratching his neck where the collar of this unfamiliar shirt is touching.
Oh, yeah, same.
In the opposite vein, Ash is actually sounding a lot sturdy and almost at attention.
Yeah, he's far more used to this. He's actually like,
Yeah.
God, I missed this. Fuck.
Yeah. Man,
Same
It's so
for
good.
Persephone, to be honest. Like, she's like...
standing up straight. Actually, like, wearing nice clothes.
My clothes
So
are
when-
clean.
When
Mm.
Kiki notices this, she kind of waves her hand so that the itching doesn't feel as weird to two of them.
Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, I could do that too, couldn't I?
It's much better, thanks.
Don't worry, I got
Starch.
you.
I think I'm allergic to starch.
Grimthon just puts a hand on Van's shoulder. So if you start itching again, let me know, mate. I can sort you out.
It is very nice to see now your friends, sister. They all appear to be very interesting people.
Yeah. Oh,
Interesting is not
Very
a
tall.
word.
Well,
Yeah,
say
I'm more-
interesting. I mean,
Mm.
Yeah, how tall is this guy?
Shit. Around.
I'll say it's the entire
Oh, okay.
family trips or
So here's the
No,
thing, right?
no. It was just Kiki and her sister. The
Hmm.
others were on like regular height, but
Yeah,
elves are shorter than
elves
humans.
and shorter than humans.
Yes.
So he is about as tall as you, just a little bit shorter.
He'd probably be Ash's height then, yeah.
Yeah.
He's wearing heels though, so he
fair
won't
point.
admit it, but he is.
That was
Again.
Persephone, darling.
Yeah, Persephone, you are taller than him in that aspect.
Everybody's
Persephone
taller
just like
than him.
like doing the handshake. Persephone just kind of glances, down and just.
It's the hand and aggressive squeeze.
Yeah, both
Not
Van
tight, but
both Van and Grimthought do what they do 9 times out of 10 whenever they meet someone, which is look down.
Yeah.
Persephone does the expectant thing that noble women do, and we're trying to do, where she does the hand thing.
The response is immediate. A kiss on the not even an actual kiss on the hand, but like an imitation.
Yeah, get the theatrics out of the way ahead of time.
Ended. When
Man
I say
makes a very clumsy bow that is the exact opposite of how he moves in battle.
yeah, you almost feel your weight kind of follow you as you lean forward with speed. You catch yourself. When I said interesting, I did not mean. I'm sorry. When I said interesting, I didn't mean it with a negative connotation. You all look like people that are living very, very nice lives.
Oh,
This is, like I said, this is my brother, Ayoko. You can speak freely with him.
Oh,
It's not
well,
like my piece of shit father.
oh, you dad your
Good
balls,
to know,
did you?
darling.
Alright.
Again,
Try not to hit him.
sister,
No
Okay.
promises.
oh my lord.
Try, but I'm gonna need to hit something really hard here before the night's over with.
That is why I wanted you to move all the things that could shatter.
Sister, you didn't bring your friends over to beat up our father, have you?
No, I did not.
Good
Because
That was not.
gracious,
that would be
no.
terrible.
Just a fringe benefit.
I'll
Well,
have.
actually, if we're allowed
By
to
the
talk
way,
free,
what,
sure, go ahead.
what's the company that you family's head of again?
Well, it's not exactly a company, so to speak. We are founders. We put coin in other companies to pursue their expeditions, so to speak, and we get a cut of a yearly profits, more or less. Sometimes it's monthly, depending on how good the deal is.
So, bank?
Not a bank as much as
Investors.
precisely.
Investment brokers.
Yeah.
Oh.
We start up
One of those.
enterprises, giving them the helping hand that most of them need, but we also provide for already existing companies and merchants that are bringing goods in Magiana. Sometimes even bringing in goods from other merchants outside of the empire to sell here if the circumstances allow.
How intriguing, darling.
Wait, so... Hang on, I think I should go at this time. So, like,
Really?
yeah, so, like, all the shops and all the taverns and stuff, you're like the person who helps get them the stuff so they can actually do all the business thing, yeah?
Sort of, but not like every store. We have a select few ones that we have a good relationship with.
It's like a chief, but for shops.
I don't know what.
Yes, Grim thought exactly. But as you
Yeah.
can see here, unfortunately, my brother had to be the one helping the family business after I left.
Oh, you want me chief?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm proud or amazed.
I'm not a
Because
chief.
he actually...
I wouldn't call myself a chief.
No, I mean... About Grimthought, he actually understood something.
Yeah, I must be getting smarter.
Kiki leans towards her brother, but enough that the others, except Grimthought, can hear.
Yeah.
We had to teach him how money worked.
In Elvish, he responds to you. Oh, yeah, I understand.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't like this.
if we're allowed to talk free, there's something I want to say to you. I don't know if I should say it to the dad as well, but I want to say to you, alright?
What would
You
that be?
do know that.
We've been taking
What?
very good care of your sister. She's a really important person to us. She's our friend, and we've been doing everything we can to keep her safe because she's really good at what she does, but she's also, let's be honest, she's a bit squishy.
Yeah, you heard him
But-
like stiffen up as you said the word squishy. Now, when you say that, now I don't know a lot about the adventuring business and how that works. Please tell me that you're not getting into lethal
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
deals.
Grimthod,
Promise.
to put it plainly, I haven't had to use Revivify on her, no.
You can use.
Flashback her being burnt alive.
Wait.
Yeah.
You can use magic.
Of course I can, darling. Can't
Wait,
you?
how many of you here can use magic?
See, the guy over there, him, her.
Grimthod kind of like
Grimthod.
questioningly raises his hand and kind of looks to Kiki with a questioning eye of like, can I?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Even I can use a bit of magic. Takes out
I shall
the
produce a
green
flame. Why
blade.
not?
Is hurting bad people magic?
No.
No, it's called
Oh.
common sense.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
There are.
You're
In-
very
in
good
fla-
with your sword, man. You're very good with your sword.
Mm.
In just flawless Elvish, I know a touch here or there, darling.
What?
Bullshit.
On notice.
That is very good. Oh, I was afraid that you would not be safe on your journeys when you mentioned that it's not safe out there today. Well,
Well, yeah, but like, she's real strong, like up here.
Has it ever been safe?
in the past few decades, no. Hasn't been
Would you
safe
say in the
for a
past-
while.
25 years, even.
Persephone?
Yes.
It hasn't been safe in general in the Empire for a long time.
In her mind thing, I think it's just my father. Leave my brother out of this.
Persephone, in just brain response, fine, darling. No, I do
He's
want to
actually-
know exactly how they know my family. Just so you're aware. Just so you know.
Hasn't been for centuries now. There's been a lot of trouble in general. But it is good to know that my sister is safe. And if you are
Oh, let me tell you something. You know what she did? Right? She picked up an empire and fucked her into the ceiling.
What?
Despite my thing,
Grimthod.
Ash's composure does not change.
You know, Kiki also a very good
Kiki with a
poker
very
face
approving
inside.
nod.
Yeah, just like
Persephone's like, I'm used to this at this
yeah,
point.
he's just
Oh.
smiling like he should not have said that. He shouldn't. Have said that.
what,
I'm sorry.
what Grimthod meant to say is that Kiki is very magically adept
Should have left him
and
in the cart.
used her magical abilities to levitate a vampire onto a ceiling and hold it there.
Also, that was not that.
Yeah.
That was a vampire. A
Yeah.
vampire. That's
Yeah.
not. That's a real thing. That's not a
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
That's-
Yes.
Oh yes.
I got one in a headlock once, jumped down a well with him, and beat the shit out of him.
Vampires, demons, zombies,
I'm
Dragon.
assuming.
dragons.
I am assuming his vulgarity is not an overstatement.
Actually, it is an understatement, to be quite honest.
Oh dear God.
We have
We're
been
trying
through a lot of
to-
shit.
All
That
right.
I think is an understatement.
If you say that my sister is strong, I'll take your word for it. If that's the case, then. Well,
Yeah, you should be real proud.
Scary degree. Extremely scary degree.
that sounds okay.
Well, before we meet meet with the father.
Before we fuck father, yes.
No,
stop. Wait, I mean,
no.
Straying into some animal territory.
Sucks.
I'm kidding. I would not. I hate your dad. Never, not even for a second.
Seduce,
I know,
then
no,
assassinate.
he's not.
Yeah, Persephone hates your dad. She's eyeing up your brother though in a different way.
Well,
Oh no.
not
Lord.
not until she's 100%.
Not
sure.
until.
Not
Listen.
until.
No, listen.
I bet there are conditions here.
Their family
To my
has.
satisfaction if you say mommy needs a snack.
Listen.
Oh.
Sometimes your sugar
Let's go
mommy
meet my
needs
mom.
recompense. No. Persephone needs to figure out who fucked with her family here, and if it was just the dad or if the brothers had something to do with it too. And until they're cleared, they are off the table. And generally off the table because they're Kiki's siblings, and that would be really awkward.
Yeah,
Also,
but you
they
were
would,
still eyeing them like a.
you, like a
You
lot.
were eyeing, you were eyeing them like an
Breaking a
assassin.
couple of hearts would be good revenge.
Who's to say tieflings have average lifetimes? Like I think that's a bullshit rule.
That is kind of stupid though. Like all of the fantasy, whatever.
Imagine
Anyways,
being born. Imagine being an elf, being an elf family, and your child is a tiefling. Suddenly you realize, oh no, our child will be dead like tomorrow, and yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
That's the thing that gets to me. It's like, what the fuck?
We'll talk about
it's
that.
It's like your child's born with a fucking terminal illness.
God. We'll
Let's
talk. That's something another day.
with father before all of this. However,
Do we have?
Are we meeting
Is that a
with
great
your
idea?
mother first?
she would love to meet you.
Let's do
She's-
that first.
She's not. She's not a business person.
So if you
She
wouldn't
can
also,
be if she wants.
yeah, if you wouldn't mind, try to not be very vulgar in front of my mother, please.
Oh,
No
Or-
cursing, Grimthought.
oh, hang on.
Don't tell about me fucking up with people with magic.
Right.
Yes.
I was
I'll
good
have to-
at
I'll
fine.
have to-
We're going to keep the grandeur tales of our more gruesome triumphs off the table with mother.
There are
Is-
there are multiple.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them. But so we're you just know where those
killed
child
them.
Stop, Scripton. Is like, yes, that's what we're not going to do.
It's just one of them times where we're not supposed to talk about the good stuff we've done, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Griffith
We're
looks
not going to
disappointed.
tell them all our life stories.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
he's meeting his friend's family. He wants to tell the family how cool his friend is.
The war stories. So
Hmm.
Hey, can we get any drinks?
Modesty is a skill.
we
No, look, we're not going to have any drinks just yet. It's morning
Oh,
or afternoon.
it's
You should-
it's afternoon right now.
Can I
You should
also
drink
just
a
vibe
whole
check
bottle
the
by
brother?
Make an
Just to
insight
get
check.
like a general, I just want a general feel of like his attitude. I'm not trying to like insight anything specific. Just vibe check. You
Okay,
know?
yeah, just roll the vibe.
Just a gut. Fuck.
Not very interesting vibe.
Yeah.
He has a very interesting.
I'm more
vibe.
more distracted by Grimthought and trying to get him to like shoot.
He's vibing. Vian's gonna take a minute to
So-
explain to Grimthod that unlike Orcish, which builds all of its vernacular around obscenities, it's generally frowned upon in common.
Yeah. This is oddly appropriate to the fact that I'm Irish because by God we put fuck and cursing into all of our speech patterns,
Yeah.
and like trying to actually like crowbar it out is exceptionally difficult.
Yeah.
So,
The Scottish have the same problem.
the vibe you do check is that he went from being a little bit stiff at the beginning to calm, and the moment that like the fucking was mentioned, he loosened, then immediately just stiffened again, in the sense that he just realized, dear lord, these are some either very great boasters or I'm facing some very dangerous people.
A bit of both. A bit of both.
A bit of both of what?
No.
It's like, wait, you all can use magic? Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
We could back it up.
right. Let's meet with mother.
Yeah, this is gonna be awkward as heck.
Well, she seemed quite happy that I actually had friends, if I'm being honest.
Oh, right, because when
Doug-
you're working at the academy, you had trouble talking with your fellow teachers.
We can leave the past behind us. Go.
Do we?
Hmm?
Okay.
I mean, if we want to talk about the past.
Okay, so basically.
Alright, let's hear it.
All right, immediately.
What do you know about the night songs, Iago? If it
Oh, wait. Okay. Night songs. Does not immediately spring to my mind.
That's fair.
I do recall that the father had at the time a period where he was working on some he was working on a trafficking business of metals from another kingdom. Night Song. No. Night. No. That was a different material. So not Night Song.
Yeah,
Night Song. It doesn't bring anything immediately to mind. Why?
Just curious. And Persephone just leaves it at that. Gotta retain an air of mystery here. If he's gonna have to come find me later to answer that question.
You proceed. Now, your mother's not in the garden right now. She would be in the kitchen, overseeing the cooking staff. And once you enter, you do see her. She's talking with the head chef, an elder man who seems a bit chubby. I would like to have, if possible, something more unique for tonight's meal. Oh, hello.
It smells really good in here.
Yeah, you do notice
Hello, darling.
there's already food being made. The food that is being made is for the hounds right now, but there's also food being made for some of the other servants who eat earlier than the others.
Grimthod eyes up the dog's food and goes,
I was about to say, yeah, Grimthod finds the dog's food enticing, yeah.
I mean, it is literally just cooked food.
Yeah.
So, that looks really good. Is that what we're eating tonight? No, sir, that's for the dogs.
Oh, what's that from? I forget.
Well, that's for the hounds. You see your mother, Kiki. She looks surprised that so many people are coming in immediately. But Saria is sort of like, okay, we can leave the kitchen now. And she pushes you out of the kitchen to leave the cooking staff to work.
Okay, we'll go ship that later.
So, these are my companions, the Glorious Goats.
Hello.
The glorious goats.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, dang it! I left your guild symbol in the bag.
let me show the official paper again. Takes
Oh
a
no,
count.
you don't need to show the papers.
Oh. Alright, put it back in.
So this is your mum, yeah?
Yes, this is my mother, Saria. These are my friends that I was talking about, and this is Grimthod, the half-orc I was telling you about earlier.
Hi.
Very pleased to meet you. She extends a hand, but instead of like extending for a handshake, she somehow gives you a hand in this manner that you saw Persephone give it earlier to Aego.
Grimthod, not fully getting what the thing was, like, takes the hand and just, rather than doing the feigned, like, fake kiss, presumes that you're actually supposed to kiss it, so, like, just...
Oh. Oh. Alright.
That was a juicy one, Grimthod.
So,
Jesus.
what to tell you? Oh, hang on. Your daughter's great.
That's...
Well, I know that.
Well, I figured you would, but yeah, just in case you were wondering how she was getting on, she's brilliant.
Well, we haven't talked a lot since she came back, but I'm hoping we get to. Anyway, welcome. Oh, sorry. The hounds are getting very hungry outside.
Jackson Vance coming.
They've gotten into the motorcycles.
That's a big dog. Holy shit. I mean, holy sugar. Fuck. I mean, holy shit.
Man looks side to side and goes, yeah, dogs.
Honestly, it lasted longer than I anticipated he would, if we're being
You know.
completely.
You know,
I'm sorry.
Can I take a moment? You have very pretty hair.
Oh, thanks. It's kind of what your son had before in the picture.
Yeah, a year ago, you used to have hair like this. Yes, Mom, I remember.
Yes, it was memorialized in a painting, and now it's permanently in our fucking living room.
The 1380s, we all wore it.
Honestly, I think it sort of suited you, Iago. It's a shame you changed.
Yeah, I liked it.
you always had such a pretty hair.
Did this conversation shift about me? Mother. And you must be the rest of my sister. My daughter's friend.
I mean, you practically look like sister.
Sweet.
No.
No.
That's why we're cutting the session for today.
That's
folks.
where we're
I
cutting the
no
session
longer
today,
wish to be
folks.
here.
That's it. We're
We
done.
killed it. It's dead. We
Oh.
did it.
No, darling.
We
Darling,
didn't even
darling.
get to meet the dad. No.
Good.
Yeah, good.
The punching can wait.
You see her like shiver a bit in composure. You look like almost as I thought you would. You look like very lovely people.
Darling, I'm intrigued. What did you think I would look like?
Not you. I was imagining you would be looking more. What's the correct term? More angry looking.
Oh, I can't get angry at the moment because you'll probably break this. So.
Oh, yes. Getting Grimthought into this whole get-up took a bit. Quite proud of the knot I did on the back of the corset, though.
Yeah, it's very hard to breathe right now.
Suffer.
Well, I'm sorry.
For somebody inside, just suffer.
I am very sorry.
This is payback for the push-ups.
Man looks a little confused because he's never had the term lovely used in conjunction with him, so he's wondering if it's a bad translation.
Elvish to common can be a bit difficult.
It's like 48 words for the same thing. It's very confusing.
Well, if you're my daughter's friends, then I'm very happy to be meeting all of you.
Oh! I just remembered a thing. Yeah, I can talk to you about this. So, I wanted to show you something that your daughter taught me how to do. And he gets out a piece of paper and writes his name.
Aww.
So, she taught me that.
She looks at the piece of paper in her hands, and she looks up at Chukiki with a knowing look of looking at you, and then looking back at Grimthon, and then looking at you with a smile, and you realize that she's asking you, is he the one that you mentioned?
Oh, this is Grimthought, who I met a little bit later. Coda, my other companion, I met a little bit earlier, and sadly he couldn't make it today.
Somewhere in the city, there's a trash can that Coda just comes out on with like a skull. Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking actual trash panda.
Like, I don't know what the canonical reason is that he isn't here, but...
Yeah.
Oh, he's having a time in Magiana, don't worry.
Yeah, we might have lost him for a bit.
He just disappeared.
He's in the care of some guild somewhere.
By the way, I just want to point out, For a brief period there, Kiki's mom thought that Grimthod was the one who had done horrible things in the past that was on a path of redemption for like the briefest moment there.
It's very easy to see where Kiki gets her beauty from, since you are her mother.
Oh, thank you. She does not.
Yeah, your whole
like you.
family's beautiful.
Well, that is very
He doesn't
kind
look
of you.
nearly enough to have adult children.
Well, it's
Don't look a day over 250.
Oh, stop it. No, please continue.
No, go on.
I can't believe it. Your friends are so very nice. Oh, this is wonderful. I am so happy that my daughter has found so many good friends.
Well, we're lucky that we met her, because
Oh, I've got.
Grimthod is about to say anything and pauses and goes like, yeah, that's the end of the sentence.
I have some older paintings that I would like to show you. Iago, have we?
Oh no, she's getting the scrapbook!
Saving pictures!
Have we gotten the paintings from the attic? Could you have them delivered down to the main living room? I'll tell a servant about it, Mom. And he walks over to the nearest one and tells him to just bring down about 20 or so paintings.
Let me help them with that.
Surely, you're free to go.
Kiki, give me a look of what the fuck are you doing?
Persephone's just gonna go help. Like, she feels uncomfortable. She had servants, right, when she was young.
Yeah.
But, like, it's never made her comfortable. She's gonna go help.
Yeah. Grimthod crosses his arms and nods, goes like, that's good strength training. Keep it up!
They're training Persephone here for yeah, they're training Persephone.
Basic combat, nothing else.
Just like you can now like see in like the armor, like the muscle definition as Persephone's got like her hands behind her head walking like this to follow the servant.
Just like
Subtle flex, like Kiki was gone for a week and now Persephone's got just blasted muscles.
The power.
Man nudges Grimthod.
Pain.
Those traps are coming in nice.
Yep, she's getting there. She's getting there.
Just fist bump.
do?
Yeah, just fist bump.
Kiki flashes back to the pain sendings.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, we're going to have to shift her onto a protein diet now.
You are led to the living room. The living room itself is a very large room with a very thick carpet beneath it. The carpet itself is like weaved with different elvish runes that don't really mean anything. It is more like it doesn't really say anything. It's just nice looking. It kind of like spirals into a flower shape into the middle. Each petal being a bit more Nordic in style. And the couches themselves are fashioned with fur skin from some of the local wildlife here into the northern parts of the empire, particularly large cave bears. You'd also notice there's a few paintings here already depicting of the family. Each member of the family having their own painting. That being 4. And if you're helping the servants, Persephone, you do help bring down some very, very, very old portraits.
I would like to say that Persephone is carrying the bulk of them, and the servants have like maybe 1 or 2, and she's just like this.
Stacked. All right.
Yeah.
Those gauntlets, man.
About natural strength. About 20 to 25 portraits down. Each one of them depicts a very, very young elf, going from a small child all the way up to professor status in the academy. The teacher. And there are some where the outfits are. There is one that Kiki is wearing Verdalia's outfit itself, and she has a. Did Kiki ever have a phase?
Actually, no. There was a moment where, after her sister left, that you can see that her hair was much, much longer. So the fact that her hair is short now means that she cut it when she started, like, adventuring again. Or, like, started, left.
There is a point where a servant kind of like brings down a couple of paintings, but Zarya orders them to be brought back in the attic. Like, she views them before she shows to the rest of you, and she has them go up to the attic.
Wow, you were. I didn't think you could get any smaller, but you were even smaller, boy.
I assume Zarya doesn't let Persephone go help bring them back this time. It's like, no, sit down.
You can say that if you want.
Persephone would go help bring them back. She's not gonna that's a lot. It's a few paintings to bring back. She's just gonna help.
Alright. Do you want to be the one to basically get them up to the attic?
Yes. Because generous, while I'm up there, I would like to take a look around.
Yeah,
just
sure.
glance, see if there's anything spicy.
Yeah. The paintings that are seemingly the same, like the others. But as you're like up in the attic, and putting them where they were, the paintings next to those are paintings of Kiki. There's a child next to her in these paintings, a young human child, and there's like an entire line of them that you catch without much difficulty, where the child goes from childhood all the way to adulthood to being very old, and Kiki remains the same throughout. Like, visually looking, she seems to be same in age, just with different clothing. There are times when the child is also pictured with other members of Kiki's family, but you notice that the servants are not bringing any of them down.
Persephone just gives like a knowing smile before she heads back down. Yeah.
Can you make me an intelligence saving throw?
What? I definitely can, and if I have to do that, I'm gonna slap a guidance there as well.
It's a saving throw, not a check.
Guidance
Is this-
doesn't go to
wait.
save.
Is this because
But-
Kiki's baby pictures are mind-numbingly cute? Is that...
No.
No,
it's
she's
for-
not looking at her baby picture. She's looking at Kiki's adopted son's pictures.
Yeah.
You take-
Fascinate.
And
You take 2d10 emotional damage.
okay, you look, and suddenly there's a flash of memory hits you as you're looking. Your pupils of your eyes shrink as you're no longer in the attic for a second. Everything shifts, and you are standing. You see a vision of yourself standing next to a pair of other humanoid forms. They resemble people of noble stature, but their faces are completely blank, scratched out in your memory, foggy and unseen. And then the vision returns. Just normal.
Oh no. I've got a bad feeling about this. Persephone's gonna give herself a moment. She's gonna take a deep breath. In, and then out. And then in, and then out. And then she's gonna look at more pictures. Basically until somebody comes to get her to see if she can trigger that again.
Give me a wisdom. It's an intelligence saving throw again.
Doing so good, guys.
Uh-huh.
Again, you look into the pictures, and the more you're looking at them, you attempt to bring the memory back, but you don't. It was like a flash, as if you remembered something in that instance, but you don't remember what. It troubles you, because you can't remember. You're looking at the painting, and you're looking at the other paintings in the row. You begin to like flip through them, and you hear a voice. The voice sounds discordant, distant, and you feel something on your shoulder. You turn around immediately, and you just see a servant having their hand on your shoulder, going, "Are you okay?"
No. No, I'm not.
Would you like me to help you?
Persephone takes a pause and looks at the servant and goes, how long have you been working here?
The person before you is a human. He seems to be around like his mid-20s. I've been working in this building for the family for about 5 years now. Yeah, 5 years. Can I help you bring you downstairs, perhaps? Are you alright? You seem a bit dazed.
The memory's on the tip of my tongue, darling, and I can't seem to get it out. A tea would be lovely. I should probably head back down anyway.
Of course.
Give me a moment to collect myself.
Certainly.
And Persephone's gonna try to trigger it again.
Just
As soon
before
as
you
he
do-
goes down.
Just before I do, just gonna check with you. Do you have Bless prepared?
Yes, I do.
Because Bless can give you a 1d4 to a save.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it's the
think-
same thing as guidance, but on saves and attack rolls.
I think Persephone would do that for the third final time because it's like she has to go down after this. She can't. She spent too much long up here, and now a servant knows. So she would cast Bless on herself.
Yeah, that literally takes 6 seconds, so
Alright.
super
Yeah.
quick.
You look at the pictures again and try to trigger something, anything. Make me an intelligence saving throw.
I'm gonna roll the saving throw.
Oh
Fuck
my
it.
god.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Let me roll a 4.
You go into a
It's
coma.
6.
You look.
I hope.
You look around, and as you do, you're like looking through the pictures. There's a bit of desperation in your movement as you're like moving through some of the paintings, and at one point you let one of them let's go onto the floor as you quickly just bring it back up in your haste. Nothing happens.
I think I have to talk to Kiki about this. And then Persephone will head back down.
You return downstairs, where you find your friends are talking over the latest picture, that of Kiki standing tall before the Verdalia Academy, like being almost finished in the background. There's a bit of like a few construction pieces that are still need to be put in place, and it's a picture of like an entire family with Kiki staring in the middle as a newly appointed professor. And as Kiki's mother Saria says.
So, he didn't do the tongue thing in Elvish paintings, yeah?
Get a brief tongue face.
You remember how little brother he never liked to be in photo or in paintings.
No, he did not. And Diego goes, well, it's more like he didn't like in general just standing in the same place for too long.
I mean, I get that. Whenever I'm doing my paintings, I generally try to do it from memory, because I don't want to be bothering people, you know?
You draw?
Yeah, actually, I've got one here. I did it of one of our friends, the one who couldn't make it. And I present the painting of Coda, where it is him with the display.
Oh, I thought it was Mako. I was like so
No,
worried
no.
for a second.
No, the
Okay.
Mako one is not. I think I left that at the grave, if memory serves.
Yeah, it's,
But yeah, no, I'm presenting the one of Coda, where it shows him with various parts of his body morphing into animals in a very stylistic kind of manner.
Wow.
Yeah, that one came out really well. I'm working on one for Blue Goat at the moment. I'm trying to see if I can get one that kind of looks like she's like part made of shadow and stuff. But it's a bit tricky because I gotta get the inks right.
Well, that seems very difficult. And yeah, you can seamlessly just merge with the group, Persephone.
But yeah, so there's that one, and then I want to do one for Leafing Out as well. But like I'm trying to do it there. Kind of looks like he's got like he's like slamming his staff into the ground. And it's just like animals spilling out.
Oh.
So as
I hate to interrupt this moment, darlings, but can I borrow Kiki? I would hate to subject her to this sort of menagerie of memories, but I need to have a bit of a word with her for a moment.
Right?
Now, Mother, you don't have to show all the paintings.
No, please keep going. They deserve to see everything.
no.
Show
Kiki,
us all of them.
actually,
I will
perhaps
I will show them only what I am
too.
most proud of. Don't worry.
just a moment. Just
Just
outside
out of
here.
all of them.
No, they're so cool.
I know. Oh god.
So Ash and Kiki get dragged away.
Yep, I'm just gonna take both of them
Oh
because
wait, he went as well. All right.
yep, you're coming too. We're just gonna. So, I think I've met your family before.
What?
Right.
Mhm.
It's on the tip of my tongue, and it's right there. And when I was helping put the pictures away, I saw some.
Do you
of a...
want? Do you want?
No,
me
we
to
don't.
do-
Not again. Last time it was miserable, and I would hate to do that.
I could not go as deep this time. I know a bit more prepared this time. Shut up.
Maybe after dinner.
Yeah, stifles a chuckle.
That's part of the reason why I brought Ashfall as well, because if we do this, I don't want you to be catatonic in your own home, and I would hate for it wouldn't look, the optics would be terrible. But I saw a half-elf and something hit me, and I can't remember it, but there's two people.
She had a smile and then it drops immediately. So you saw the painting of River.
It was right there, and
It
triggered something, and
it just doesn't make sense because River has been dead for 300 years now.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Just let me try to help you.
I'll keep watch. If you guys want to just take a room.
You like hide in a side room, just like
Yep.
go into the drawing room.
Okay,
And,
so
like-
you got to one of the many guest rooms in this manor.
There's
Let's
be
go
a painting
fuck-
couch somewhere.
Please, allow me to escort you to the veranda so I might fuck with thine head.
Wow. You head
Formal
around-
translation.
The extremely, yeah, that's the noble version. You head over towards a guest room, and the guest room itself, it is almost as lavish as the rest of the building. Who cares? You begin to weave the magic of your patron, Kiki, once more.
With detect thoughts.
Alright. The surface thoughts
Failing
are...
whatever save I have to make, just so
well.
you're aware.
What is Persephone thinking?
She's trying to go back to what, she's trying to think of the moment that triggered it. You know, that's what she's thinking about. Like trying to figure out what about seeing those pictures triggered her own memory, and like the fuzziness of the figures, but they're nobles, but you can't see their faces, and like that's all she's thinking about right now is like.
Can you... how deep are you going? How far are you willing to delve into Persephone's consciousness?
Well, first, since we're trying to focus on like what just triggered the memory, so trying to get that back, like the same fuzzy thing that Persephone saw.
Alright. I'm gonna need Persephone to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Lord. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I roll with my physical die?
I'm afraid not.
That's fair.
Oh my god!
This is bullshit.
Roll20 hates us.
What's this us talk?
I would have like a very.
You have a real d20 you can roll, and now, here I am, big bad DM, going no.
It's not bad because I understand. I'm just I don't.
Roll 20.
I can't put roll 20 in dice prison.
My
Yeah.
perks have been lifted.
Natty ones in a row.
Wait, I wanna try something. Give me a
Roll
second.
20 puts you in dice prison.
Let me just roll something really quickly.
Oh wait. Fun thing.
I'm just gonna roll
just
it like
the
a
Monday,
flat d20.
just the Monday gone, I had a game in Roll20, and in the entire session, where we rolled a lot of dice, we had 3 rolls above a 10.
Yeah, we're good at combat. The moment it comes to like social cues, we just
Yeah.
fail every roll.
So, Persephone, you begin to try to recollect yourself, to reform the picture in your mind, and it does begin to form. Kiki, can you give me a charisma saving throw?
Okay.
Why could I make?
Hey!
This is bullshit. I
Just
tell
for your
you.
nice luck.
As the image
Just
goes to
for your
Damn.
nice
form,
luck.
you feel Persephone's memories begin to immediately withdraw. It is almost as if you're trying to hang. It is like holding a moment in fog. It is very difficult to just keep it together. The instance itself, it's as if Persephone is actively forgetting what she just saw, what just happened. It is as if something is suppressing that memory. Not necessarily something Persephone is doing herself, rather something is actively making her forget that. You managed to hold, however, just long enough to get an image. And the image itself is that of Persephone with a pair of figures, humanoid in form, wearing lavish, very noble-looking clothing, similar to the ones that your family has been wearing for most of their lives, with some key exceptions on attire selection. The important thing about this is that where Persephone could see from her own point of view, you can see it from an outsider's, and you notice that there is no tiefling in this picture. A human is in the middle between these two figures with long flowing hair, a pair of golden eyes, and beautiful clothing. And the moment that this picture begins to form properly, it begins to slowly just crumble like a piece of paper left out in the rain for too long.
The fuck was that?
You begin also to feel at the edges of your consciousness a bit of a static.
That sounds more like frying ham, but alright.
Do you continue?
Ash, is there a way you can make my...
Ash is
Fine?
outside.
outside.
He's
Oh,
outside
right.
watching the door.
Alright, fuck.
I mean, you could reach your head at the door and pat him on the shoulder.
True. Persephone, is there something you can do to make my mind stronger? It's trying.
I just want to. I have bless prepared. I could cast it. If I cast it at second level, I could give us both bless.
Yep.
Which would give us a D4 on saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
But that's I don't have anything prepared for today. That would be. I have Death Ward.
I don't think we're going to fight. That's the thing. So
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
ideally
I'll
not.
just cast. I'll cast Bless at 2nd level. That way we both get a...
Alright.
Oh, hang on. No, you don't need to. If
Okay.
you cast at 1st level, you bless up to 3 creatures. So it's your
Yeah.
Oh,
your
never mind.
level, you
Now
bless
I'm
yourself
blessing
and
myself, Kiki, and you know what? Ashfall, who's right outside the door, because you know, never
Do
know.
you have visibility of Ashfall?
So,
Kiki. You bless yourself, Kiki, and the city.
There you go.
so
This picture is sprinkling holy water on the couch. Yeah.
Alright, so.
So instead of trying to look at the memory that Persephone just like got, she's trying to go like actually back to it when it like actually happened,
Alright. You're trying to
or like
focus
somewhere
on.
close.
You're trying to focus not on that memory, but what happened that day. I need an intelligence saving throw.
Specifically faces for me, or
Fuck yes. I'm gonna
Yes,
add that
roll
D4.
it, roll it.
19.
19. No, 19.
Kiki, I'm gonna need a charisma saving throw from your end as well.
Roll the d4. Just do it. Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, it was almost maximum.
32.
You begin to delve further in. The static on the edges of your consciousness, you begin to you have to keep it out of your head, out of your mind, as you begin to form that image more clearly on your head. It is inviting danger, but you're willing to put yourselves through that danger. Persephone, the memory is so hard to piece together. It is exasperating, impossible, and at the same time frustrating. It is like walking in darkness. There is no stable ground. There is nothing to look forward to, nothing to look back towards. Why can't you see anything? It is absolutely nothing. You're not alone in the darkness. Right in front of you, there is another person. Slowly, you realize you're in a room. You have stable ground beneath your feet, and if you focus hard enough, you can remember. It begins to form into your head, just slowly. You find yourself almost without intention, already clasping onto Chorus's pendant, which for this entire time has been glowing white. And memories begin to fill. And Kiki, you begin to see what Persephone remembers. It is an image of a day where, finishing the touches on a painting, a painter is making a portrait. The figures on beside Persephone, a human at the time, you recall yourself in that state. The faces begin to form like clay, taking features. The man looks very not similar in facial structure, but the hair is almost the same? No, it fixes itself slightly. The mother also looks similar, but there is pieces of it that are just wrong, not complete, like they're pieced together by other things Persephone has seen. But you managed to hold on to that memory long enough to understand that these are not the only 3 people there. What Persephone can barely recall is another figure, besides the painter, looking towards the group with a satisfied smile. A man with long black hair held back together in a ponytail, red scarlet eyes, and wearing very lavish clothing. Barely any facial hair on him, but he looks pleased. A man that you don't recall, since this is a human and you have left such a long time ago. You see this man and you wonder who this is, but suddenly the vision around that one particular person begins to slowly just seem out of place. Almost as if it was inserted there by someone else. You question whether it is real. And suddenly the entire scene begins to cloud again. As you hear a voice. The voice of the same figure. Excellent work, everybody. An excellent portrait. Can we have the groom over as well, if it's possible? And as the painter finishes that sentence, the man walks right next to the family. And it is almost as if the moment he begins to approach, that the entire thing collapses on itself. You find yourself the memory over just as quickly as it began. And Persephone is on the other end. She's hyperventilating because Persephone, you recall this man. You recall it. And your mind is clear on that image. That is the day that everything happened. The day before everything went down. That is the day before the fire. And that is where we're ending the session for today.